Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome, travelers, to the fringes of reality, where the strange and mysterious meet, and the thin veil between fact and fiction is torn. Welcome to the Forbidden Frontier.
Oh my God! Back in Texas.
Brought the cold with you.
I did. Dude, it ain't that cold.
Oh, compared, no, probably
Dude,
not.
when I left, it was like 2 degrees with the wind chill factor, and like
You
it
poor
was getting dark.
thing.
It's getting dark at
Aw,
4:30. I'm like, screw that. I'm gonna go to the Bastion of Freedom.
4:30? Well, that's a long day. What?
I know. Screw that. That shit's for the
Wait,
birds.
what time
man.
is it set for you?
Oh my God. 4:30. It's pitch black outside.
Oh,
Really?
brutal.
Man.
Oh man, there's no sun. I haven't seen the sun in at least 2 weeks.
That's why you guys are
It's
so
been
white.
muggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Sun.
see the skin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just no sun.
It's
Where
better
my
for your
people come
skin,
White
though.
people.
Yep.
People,
Thank you.
people.
He just got back home. You know, he's got to get
I
his
am
back into it.
so happy to I'm not even I think we just put our luggage away today. So I'm not like I've been gone for so long and we've been just doing stuff since Peru. It was I honestly
Nonstop.
the key to being a good content creator is knowing when to take those little times off when it's slow and just go, I'm gonna watch X-Files all day and not feel bad about it. And I've done that and I don't
Yeah.
feel bad
Nice.
It's good.
at all. Because it's going to be really busy in the next week. But
Yeah.
but I'm glad to be back. We're going to be talking about a show I was really looking forward to, and I'm not sure how I feel about it right now. But we're going to be talking about that. Are we doing the conspiracy theories thing? X-Ray Girl? Nah, we'll do that next.
I mean,
time.
if we
That's
run
a
out of
good
time,
list. That's
I
a
want
good
to.
list,
I
though.
want to. I want to go over that list in that article, and like we can just like say which ones
We
are.
could fast
believe-
fire it.
Yeah, I'm
We
just
can
like,
yeah. So if we have time a little
It's
later, I
pretty
can pull up
good.
the article and we can fast fire it and just go, is this one bullshit bunk? This one, because there's ones they go, this is a ridiculous conspiracy. It's like, bro, the government just came out and admitted it. You
I know.
dumb motherfucker.
almost the entire list.
That's exactly what I thought multiple
Yep.
times.
So let's hit that in a little bit, shall we? I found that last
That's
minute.
fun. That's fun.
Hi, Garrett. How you
Hey.
doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Doing good. It's good to be back here at the regular time, talking about some UFO stuff. Yeah, I watched the first 4 episodes. Didn't finish the 4th episode. What, feeling a little, it's okay. It's all right. It kind of goes over a lot of the stuff that we've already talked about. It's, even as like a novice, I will claim myself. I'm a learner. I'm learning all of this stuff. I feel like a lot of it was already stuff I knew. So, except for, I guess, the Brazilian Colaris was a one that I think we haven't talked about yet. That was the only point, but yeah, it's all right.
That's in Lou Elizondo's book too.
yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like X-Ray Girl, like kind of went down the rabbit hole a little bit on that one.
A
so.
little bit,
Oh,
but
well,
I would like to go
It's
further. I would
interesting.
like to go there. It would be kind
Yeah.
of cool.
we should do a whole episode on that. I think that
Yes,
that one scenario. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, what's going on? It's good to see you home. Yeah, this episode or this show is, I mean, it was good, well produced.
yeah.
But
Yes.
I don't know. It does feel like I'm very much skeptical with the UFO side of what we talk about here. So, there was nothing that I saw that was like, oh, whoa, like I believe now. It was just more of the same kind of stuff. Like no real proof, no real evidence that was mind blowing or game changing to me. So I haven't watched all of them yet, so maybe there's something that can surprise me by the end of it. But I don't know. But yeah, the UFO stuff. I'm more inclined to think that it's us, than anything else.
Yeah.
Especially after I had Ashton Forbes on my show talking about the Malaysian flight. That would be a great conversation for this channel. Actually, he believes that the government has the ability to create wormholes, and
What do you think they got that ability?
Believes it.
UFOs.
I mean,
captured craft.
Was it UFOs or was it us from the past that we just recaptured?
Or the future?
I didn't say aliens.
Okay.
I said
Right.
UFOs.
No, true. That's a good point. UFO doesn't necessarily denote alien.
I've seen that,
and I think that's a misconception.
That guy you talked to's got some fascinating stuff, man. It's
Oh yeah. He's
crazy.
He's a very smart dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a great conversation.
Yeah.
UAP.
UAP.
I like the UAP. I like UAP.
Oh, whatever.
I do too.
Oh my god.
Because it's more descriptive.
You like new
It's
Coke.
transmedium.
Whatever.
It's more descriptive.
It's not always flying.
Yeah. See?
What happens when it goes in the mesa? It's no longer flying.
I'm flying now.
It's a classic name that they wanted to get away from because of the trope. Well, not trope.
That they created.
Because of the bullshit. Because the bullshit they created. That's exactly the stuff they created. So obfuscating and clouding all this information by coming up with the term conspiracy theory, then they have to get away from it, from the shit they created.
Yep.
UFO. Stand on my ground.
It's UFO, damn it.
Damn
it. Don't get them all worked up.
Back in my day, we called them UFOs.
I just had some really strong coffee. I'm worked up. Okay. Hi, X-Ray girl.
Hi.
You look very comfortable in grandma's chair, by the way.
With your potpourri next to you. And...
but yeah, I mean, I have Lego
Are you gonna do some crocheting?
I mean, I could. I do like crocheting, but whatever. I think this show is going to be good for the extreme normie who has no information about anything that's going on about UFOs. I didn't actually know that George worked for, was it KTLA?
Yeah.
No,
that was
Vegas.
a bit of information that I just
he's a reporter from the KTLA's Los Angeles, Channel 5.
Channel
KTLV in Las Vegas.
He's an actual reporter. I just thought he kind of got into journalism, but I guess I didn't look that deep into his background.
No,
he actually is a journalist.
His gig was like digging up stuff on government corruption and the mob. Like that's what he did, which I'm sure would keep him working till at the end of time in Las Vegas. But by the way, just to make things clear, the mob was more trustworthy. The mob had more honor than the corporations. Just saying. Okay.
What do you think "Make America Great Again" means?
I think it means the mob. No, I'm just kidding. Getting rid of the mob.
Yeah. The government mob. Because that's the only difference. Is like the government is the legal mob.
Well, the mafia cared about their neighborhoods.
They did,
right? And the government doesn't give a shit about the neighborhoods.
No, well, we're talking about old school.
That's the main difference.
Though. Old school mob, not
right.
so much new stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about, Adam.
Yeah.
So yes,
handshakes.
Investigation Alien.
Netflix. They're trying to do their own.
It's a good name.
Kind of. They're kind of recreating the Graham Hancock ancient apocalypse. They're trying to do that again, I think. With this.
Well, they're getting into it because History Channel, which used to do documentaries on history, stopped doing documentaries on history and started like digging up Oak Island and doing ancient aliens and stuff. And everybody fucking watched it. I'm not an Oak Island guy at all.
I'm not either.
That's
I
the
can't
most boring
stand
shit ever. But
we're gonna dig a hole deeper this time. Maybe we'll find something.
We found some wood. We found some wood.
And then everybody looks at the camera like, "Oh,
is this it? Did we find? Oh, what's the? It's called the money pit or whatever. They keep looking for the money pit. Yeah, it's turned into a money pit. That's what it's turned into. Yeah. But no, with Ancient Aliens, hugely popular show around the world. Skinwalker Ranch is too. These things get watched by a lot of people. Graham's first season was such a hit, and why not do this with arguably, I just said it before the show, but the Graham Hancock of UFO, but more than Graham Hancock. Like George Knapp is an OG. And I know not everybody likes him. I know he doesn't like Trump.
Why is that?
He doesn't like Trump. And also it's who he's paired himself with. And I'm not saying I have a problem with this because I don't, but a lot of people within the ufology, which is cattier.
I was gonna say
comic industry.
So
it's
true.
cattier than like San Francisco hair salons. It's the cattiest place you could possibly imagine.
Who are you referring to when you said who he teams up, like Jeremy Corbell?
Jeremy Corbell. Yeah.
Okay.
Jeremy Corbell is a divisive figure because a lot of people see him as kind of a interloper, somewhat clout chaser. That's
right.
What
I've seen that.
I would disagree with that because he was doing stuff beforehand. He's very Hollywood and Southern Californian. So I think that could turn some people off, but I honestly don't have a problem with the guy. I kind of like his documentaries. Thought he did a good one on Skinwalker Ranch, particularly that you can watch as a primer for the show. And I like their podcast. I watch their podcast.
Weaponized?
Yeah, Weaponized. I like
it's
it quite a
good.
bit. I think it's good. I think it's also their relation. There's a big split in the UFO thing with the people who want to on the Lou Elizondo government side, and then there's people who just, I'm not going to fucking trust the government. This is all misinformation. And I'm
I mean, it's tough. It's tough because you want people inside the government to be whistleblowers, but when they do whistleblow, you don't believe them. It's a catch-22. It's like,
it is a catch-22.
What are you gonna do?
So you have to I think there's certain people like Fravor, like you could believe him. Like that dude, I think
that guy looks legit. Yeah,
that guy's legit. I'm not sure about the other ones, but we can't discourage it either. We can't discourage it either. And we have to just take the information as we get it. Just as a rule, follow Richard Dolan. And that guy's like really even-headed, open-minded, and in my opinion, the best investigator out there right now. But this show could have been Ancient Apocalypse, and it wasn't. And I think their biggest mistake was it should have been basically George Knapp's greatest hits for the first season, because that's pretty much what Ancient Apocalypse was. Greatest hits. But with UFO documentaries in particular, there's no lack of footage out there. You need to put a ton of footage in. And I don't care how fucking old it is. As a matter of fact, the older the footage, the more legit. The newer the footage, the less legit, because it's a lot easier to fake this stuff now and just go through the timeline like Graham did with his book, basically. And then you can, if you get a second season or third, you go into, in particular, deep dives, no pun intended, because they do some diving that shows you absolutely nothing in the show at all. Off the Channel Islands, or get into the lore of the Channel Islands, and which you can mix in with Ancient Apocalypse that we'll get into. Like, there's a lot of Native American lore. There's a lot of lore about giants. There's also that's one of the places, I do believe it's Catalina, one of the places where there's major evidence of a cataclysm 12,000 years ago, because there was evidence of fires. Like the whole islands were on fire. All the islands were on fire, and at the time. So like, get into that. And they really didn't. And it was more of newer stuff. We're getting it, kind of re-showing us a lot of the stuff from Congress, and start.
They showed that the video that they released earlier this year, the squid or the jellyfish looking,
which is crazy
thing. Yeah. Which is like the best one.
That's the best one
show
by far
in this show in particular. But yeah, then they kind of go over cattle mutilations a little bit. And then they go to the islands, and they don't show anything. They're like, we're gonna scrape the bottom of this sea, and we're gonna find something.
Yeah, there's just no lack of footage. There's a lack of footage, and they repeat footage, and you don't know like what footage is actual footage and what like Netflix made. And
there's one moment where the dude, the military guy that's now he has his own boat and he's in Mexico. I think it was Mexico that he was dredging and he was getting footage and he brings it back and he goes to George and he's like, I have this footage, and he shows the footage of this dot. It was just a black screen with a single dot in it, and they're both like, whoa,
it's the one after that.
Moving so close, and they're like, look, it's moving like so fast, and it's literally just a dot when they show the footage. I'm like, you're not showing anything. And then they show the dot go into the water, and then it clearly cuts from one piece of footage to another piece of footage of it below the surface, and there's a light under it, and I'm like,
don't know if that's real or not. Like, if you want to just go to the one that goes into the water, I would like to think that Netflix wouldn't fake something like that. Like, don't, because that would be pretty compelling. That's pretty fucking compelling. That one that goes into the water, and before they cut, Garrett, you can see a glow. But it's clear when they cut, it's green when they look down. And it's not so, like, obviously that wasn't part of the footage. You don't need to do stuff like that. There is plenty of footage that's crazy out there that you could just go find on UFO Twitter, that you could fill your fucking documentary with. You need to have the footage. Like,
it just felt too convenient. It just felt too convenient. Like, he happened to be out there and catch this very specific when everybody else goes to bed. There's it just, I don't know. It just felt it was too clean and too perfect.
I think for them to want to be Ancient Apocalypse, they needed to do what I wanted to see. Evidence. Actual shit. The main difference between those two shows, because the production value is fantastic, but Graham was showing, look at this stuff. Look at this evidence that I have found. Look at the stuff that has been here. Look, tangible. It's actually here. We can look at it. We can date it. Well, technically, kind of, we can date whatever, but it's there. We're looking at these megaliths now we're comparing these different megaliths. Now, what makes you, like, what do you think about these different things, right? It's giving us this ability to, try to figure out ourselves by presenting the evidence, as opposed to, I don't know, it just feels like smoke and mirrors. Like, let's talk about this video that could maybe be true or not. It's like, just, there's no actual evidence.
Well, just go back to the James.
There's no substance there.
Yeah.
Go to the James Fox documentaries, which are 1,000 times better.
Way better.
Like,
those are so much better.
Those interview witnesses. They have footage. They try to provide
recap
evidence.
all of the events. Like, it's very good. Those are great.
Like,
better interviews too.
Yeah.
George is like, they really, if they want to focus on disclosure, then focus on disclosure and show how hard it is. Because listen, UFOs are real, whether they're us, whether they're trans-dimensional. I don't fucking know about that. But there's enough sightings every damn day from enough people that there is something going on, especially in our oceans. Like that's never been in doubt. I've never seen one in San Diego, but like most of my friends have. San Diego's like a hot spot. That little Tic Tac thing has been seen for decades. Like going back before 2004.
Where the Navy is.
Like white tablet UFO that, people seen.
If you're aliens, you want to keep tabs on the military of, America or the humans, you'd go to San Diego. Makes sense.
It would.
Have you guys seen the UFO timeline yet?
No.
Pull it up.
I just put it in the private chat.
So, focus on disclosure and how difficult it is. Like, because a good argument can be made, guys, that there is government guys.
Danny Jones. Met him at Cosmic Summit. Yeah. We're hanging out with him for a little bit.
Yeah. Nice. So real quick. We don't want to completely discount the government guys, because I think it's feasible to believe that there are some who want to get the information out there, but they don't want to go to jail for the rest of their lives. They're fighting a lot of stuff. So they're giving us little bits of information, which is pretty much the entire premise of the X-Files, by the way. And which I've been watching the hell out of. But and get into like the one hearing we covered. The whole point of it was to show that there's information that you can bring that back up, that they'd love to talk about, but they can't. And they wanted to show the public how many times they had to say, well, I could talk about it behind closed doors. I can talk about it behind closed doors.
I can't stand that.
And it wasted everybody's time, but it did show that they are hiding something. What it is, I think a lot of it, I think you guys are right. A lot of it is our military secrets and our military installations. I think there is a percentage that is absolutely, we have captured craft, we have captured aliens, we have tried to reverse engineer, and for the most part, we haven't had any luck, but we have with some stuff.
And Kash Patel made a great point. There's a video floating around. This is who Trump wants to put as the director of the FBI, for those who don't know. But he was talking about how everything should be disclosed to an extent. There are certainly things that should be kept secret. And that makes sense to me. Like, there are people in the world that might want to reverse engineer or take something and nuke the planet, or do something horrible with technology that they might have. I get it, right? The national security, there is an argument to be made that it's necessary, but they feel like everything is national security and don't want to disclose anything. You know, they think if aliens are real, they would think, oh, well, we can't tell the world, they'll freak out and there'll be global chaos. So, I mean, maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but they're not our parents. You know, they're humans just like we are.
It needs to be audited. There needs to be a system where, okay, you can have these things. You can have these things that they're not disclosed because of security reasons, because you have agents out in the field, or there's assets that need to be protected for a certain amount of time. But there needs to be like every 4 or 5 years, it gets audited, and certain group sees that and goes, okay, this no longer needs to be. This should be disclosed. This should be disclosed. This should be disclosed.
Who's making the decisions?
That's true. Right? Yeah. How do you set up that system?
How do you make that even unbiased?
Exactly.
Because it has to be disclosed to that group, and then how do you choose the people in that group?
Yeah.
Just be like a no holds barred. After 5 years, gets disclosed. All documentation after a certain amount of time gets disclosed, no matter what. And then it's like, sorry, like that's how we work. If it's it has a certain amount of time that it can be hidden. I think our time frame is way too long. What is the time frame on like the JFK stuff? It's like freaking like 60 years. Like, that's way too freaking long.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Most of the people that were there at the time that were adults are dead.
We all know it was the smoking man anyway.
Yeah,
I just watched that episode where the smoking man is the one who kills JFK and Martin Luther King. I don't know if they get away with that today.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, both of those.
You haven't seen that X-Files? It's the Smoking Man origin episode.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
You know, I've been watching them when I can. Anyway. All right. So this is the UFO timeline. This was one of my mutuals on X, Tupacabra. He just recently posted this, and I think it's freaking awesome.
Is cool.
It is exactly what it sounds like, the UFO timeline. It's any sort of UFO sighting, and you can, whether it was a sighting or a video or their lights or their orbs, or like, you can basically just filter it all out. Major events. Right here, like major event. I'm sure the Phoenix lights are probably on here somewhere. The major events. So it's pretty cool. Just has
it keeps going in the future. It goes in the future.
Wouldn't it be funny if there was like one dot way in the future?
It's like, wait a second, what is that?
What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
That's aliens going, fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Perfect.
How far back does it go?
Let me add all events, and then you can go all the way back to.
Dang.
It's got to go back to the
1854.
No, there's some in the 1500s too.
It's still going. It's still going.
Oh wow.
There's a German town.
1800s. There, dude.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Wow. This is like the perfect data set.
16. Yeah, it's a perfect episode to bring this up. I keep saying like, cool. Oh man, I keep forgetting to bring this up on the show.
Shakespeare.
Oh, like a little document or book or something like that.
Yeah, maybe like a line talking about
this is
something.
Cool.
Oh, hang on, hit that one. That
air battle.
The Nuremberg air battle. Yes, there's a like a tapestry or a painting.
You can click on it.
Yeah.
Does it give you data? Oh, it does. It gives you like little data information about a summary.
So cool, right?
And it shows you the location on the world map.
Yeah, and you can
This thing
actually
is
search
awesome.
the globe and then click on the different things.
Yeah,
It was woodcut. Yeah, okay, thank you, chat. It was woodcut. Yeah, this was actually put into art. The Nuremberg air battle, which there was a celestial event in front above Nuremberg, Germany in the 1500s, I believe. 1500s, long time ago. I was in grade school back then.
Another Nuremberg.
Yeah.
Oh, is this one even older?
It's just the Nazis going back in time in Germany. By the way.
Trying to mess stuff up.
1492.
Yeah. It was all the
Oh.
the
This is very cool.
the Bell experiments.
1452?
Yeah.
So the earliest, let's see, is there earlier?
Probably.
Okay,
Probably not.
I think
Okay.
this is the earliest one here.
Sorry, what's this one here?
Black Death,
The Black
Italy.
Death.
1300.
Oh.
Wow. Does it say what the? Oh yeah, it does. It goes into detail.
It has all the detail right here. This
The
is really
Great
cool.
Plague,
Danny
or
Jones.
The Great
Dope.
Mortality. Yeah, this is awesome. Well, I don't know if it's Danny Jones.
Is he?
That
He's just
looks like-
promoting it. Promoting.
That
it
looks
here.
like an ad on the top.
Oh, pause. Is it? Oh, see. Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Chupacabra on X.
Well, that's cool,
is-
dude. This is awesome.
It feels like it's his thing. I don't know if it's his, but he's been promoting it. So
It's really well done.
But anyway, it's really cool, really well done. The UFO timeline, check it out.
But the show, going back to the
sponsor.
show.
Yeah.
Going back to the show, it felt just kind of disjointed. There wasn't a
Yes.
through line. It was just kind
Good
of
point.
scatter. It was like cattle.
Look here. Look here.
Cattle
Look here.
mutilations. Here you're in Brazil. Now we're gonna be over here. And now we're over here. Blah, 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 and it's just kind of There's nothing cohesive about it.
It doesn't
really
tell a
good point.
story very
No.
well.
Yeah.
Right.
No, because it starts out with him talking to somebody on the phone, right? One of his inside sources, and getting involved with it, and then it just kind of
We're gonna give you something big.
We're gonna give you
something
big.
crazy.
First, we're gonna go to Mexico, and then we're gonna go off to Catalina Island, and then
Make
we're
sure
gonna
you
go-
watch all the way
Bunch
to
of
the end of the video.
Yeah.
Like,
And honestly, it was beginning of episode 4 where I felt like things were at least happening. There was a result, and it felt very Skinwalker like.
yeah.
You know,
The
What-
dude
what
that,
happened?
there was a crash. He was driving in his truck with his wife, and they both saw what looked like some kind of aircraft. They thought it was a plane at first, but it was flying straight down and not like it was landing. It was coming straight down, and it crashed. And he went to the site, and it was like he said it was like 7 feet by like 6 by 7 feet radius. Everything was on fire, and there was a metal something crashed in the middle of it, and it was leaking out metal, and he got the metal and he showed the dude whatever the metal was, and the guy Doug, the skeptic military guy that was like interviewing people, he was there with him, and he went to look at it, and he was like, at first it looked like it was just a rock, but when I picked it up it was super heavy and dense. So there's supposed to be maybe in episode 5 they'll be investigating whatever that was.
Yep.
That was interesting.
But I wish
at least.
George would. I mean, George could just sit in an office and they can interview his timeline, his personal timeline with Bob Lazar.
Yeah,
and all the fucking
all
weirdness of Bob Lazar, like,
Yeah.
and how much stuff Bob said, like, actually started happening. You know, especially
Mhm.
that crazy one from the documentary was he had to put his fingerprints on these metal bars that went up like this, and to get into the facility. He had to put his fingerprints and it recognized his fingerprints. People going, that thing is bullshit. That's total, utter bullshit. And then they found it. They found the actual machine. And they're like, oh,
Mhm.
Oh, wait a second.
yeah, yeah. And then, element 115, right?
115.
Is it 115? And then, but yeah, I would go over that. And then I would talk about him going to Russia, like right after
Right.
during Glasnost, when they were in transition. And he went there, and I mean, the KGB just basically opened up to him. And he was able to bring back files, which he wasn't supposed to bring back. He actually got pieces of a craft, some material from a craft that he brought back.
I want
And
to see
like,
that.
that's never
Yeah,
going to
what
happen in
was it?
history. They've shown it on documentaries before. They have. And it's just like, why aren't you doing this stuff?
Right,
Just because I've
exactly.
seen it doesn't mean like you're on Netflix now. This is your chance.
Exactly.
Do your greatest hits. They're great. And I mean, like, there's already archival footage. And yeah, it was just really disjointed.
Yeah.
Really disjointed.
Yep.
It's
Disappointing.
kinda
I'm gonna finish it just to see, if
sad.
it
still
wraps up in a good way.
Me too. He's still the best on, like, he does coast to coast on Saturdays, I think. it's still worth listening to just for him. He's
Mm.
so much better than George Snorri. But yeah, it sucks that we don't have like the real coast to coast anymore. It's missing from this world. Hopefully somebody can pick up the mantle and take off with it someday. Let's hope that happens.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, yeah, I didn't get much out of it, dude. And I love shit like this. I love stuff like this. So hopefully it gets better in the last couple episodes, but I think they kind of whiffed on this one.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Same. Yeah.
I think they whiffed.
It's like the most exciting time for UFO disclosure and all this stuff is happening right now. Like the government agencies are accepting that there are not accepting, but just like admitting that there's some weird stuff that they can't explain. And it's just like, why is, and this is the most like baseline bare bones
we need
could have done.
Another Phoenix Lights. Imagine if Phoenix Lights happens today. Like how much footage we would have.
Did you see the
Tens of
weird shit that was
thousands.
happening over the
In
week?
New Jersey?
Yeah.
Jersey, yeah. Look that up real quick, could you?
I posted a bunch in.
It's
in recent-
drones.
Let me go
They
grab
say it's drones.
Yeah,
A lot of it,
I think
yeah.
so too.
Yeah, I
And
can
it
see
could be.
that.
Could be.
Drones are fucking scary. Do you see that giant net of drones that jump? They all rose, and it's just like a big block of like 500 drones in a square. I'm like, dude,
just have like a little electromagnetic pulse ready to go.
and they
Little
all fall.
tactical nuke would just fucking take them all out.
Or just
Find
go to
this thing.
Skinwalker Ranch with all those drones.
Yeah. Yeah, you're safe at Skinwalker Ranch. None of the drones work there.
I don't know if they ever bring this up, but there was one scene where they had a bin that was labeled Skinwalker Ranch, but they never talked about that, which I found very strange.
Mhm.
So they allude to
Oh,
some things.
George has written an entire book on Skinwalker Ranch. Hopefully they discuss it too.
Maybe. It'd be interesting if they did, or his thoughts on it, because it didn't come across very interesting. Oh,
That looks like a plane.
Yeah, it's got to do some like non-plane stuff.
Non-plane things.
For me to make me think
Right.
it's even a drone.
Like it needs to immediately start going back the
Yeah, it's
other
gotta be like-
direction.
the other way, do something. Because
Right.
right now it just looks like a plane landing.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
blinking lights like a plane does.
I mean, I
It
see
could
stuff
be
like
a-
that.
High altitude drone. You can get those pretty high.
I'm close enough to the airport to see that stuff all the time. So, but it's been they're investigating it now, and it was all over Twitter, right? But I'm not sure.
You're saying it's car sized.
It's car sized,
Yeah, vehicle sized.
so it could be a car sized quadcopter.
Maybe.
I mean, that's
Possibly.
an expensive drone.
Hey man, people get into some stuff. Have you seen
they're-
drone guys? They're hardcore
Yeah,
about their drones.
But if they're big enough, they're supposed to like be
They have to be, yeah, like FAA
FAA
approved and stuff.
regulated,
They have to- yeah.
approved. You have to know where they are, and
They can't get up above a certain height without getting permits and things like that, I think.
yeah,
Be a rogue one, man.
the Northern Lights. We've seen the Northern Lights. Well, I haven't seen them personally, but in some crazy places this year.
I'm
should be
really
a little-
bummed because I'm really far north and I haven't seen them at all. And I was looking each of those nights that everyone's like, "Wow, I'm in Mexico and I'm seeing these northern lights," and I'm like, "Mexico?" I ran outside, stars, nothing.
Nothing.
So
Yeah.
such a shame.
Well, we were in Peru, and there was supposed to be like a light shower, a meteor shower while we were there, and it was just cloud cover the whole time.
Yeah.
Ah,
Like the stars are supposed to look awesome today.
I'm sure they do.
Very sad.
I'm sure they do. I remember the last
The
time I
stars
saw
look great out here. I'm
I bet.
in the middle of the forest, so I see a lot of stars. I can see the Milky Way a little bit too. It's like that's how like dark it is out here.
that's
Okay, so
Just-
real
just
quick on the
little
show, they
strip.
go over the Brazil. What's the name of the town again? It's,
Hilarious.
Calaris.
which is fucking insane when you hear about it. And there's enough people involved. They even, they showed some pictures. They had George Knapp's helper, the pilot or whatever. And just some pictures, but this is one of those things where there's so many witnesses and the government did go down and investigate us. Both the Brazilian and then our government went down and investigated it enough to where
That's trustworthy.
well, if they're investigating it, they're curious. I won't trust their conclusions.
Right.
But if they're going down there, then something happened. Now, could it be a freaking satellite crashing? I don't know. But there was, encounters with people. I remember hearing about this, kind of like, but we never got any, like at the time, never got any footage or anything. It was just interviews on the radio. That's pretty much it. But now we're getting a little bit more, and it is detailed pretty well in Lou Elizondo's book.
Yeah, I want to go over this more, like do a deeper dive into this.
Yeah, I think we should do a whole show, and somebody should do a documentary on
It's
this.
like a top.
Like a spin
Yeah,
top
like
thing.
a spinny top.
Yeah, I see it.
But multiple witnesses, encounters, some not so good encounters, by the way.
Yeah, it was violent. Like it was hurting people.
Yeah.
Yes, so much that they got
Hurting them.
hospitalized, which is like scary. And it's kind of wild that I would have thought, Gary, you would have known this for sure when it was mentioned when was the first time we heard of it? It was before Lou's book.
It was before Lou's book.
Oh, it was a JRE episode.
Yeah.
We're talking about it, and I'm like, how did you never hear about it? Like almost everything, like the big events. So I guess America never really
I got it mixed up with the other case in Brazil because when
The other one with the little wet
with the little wet
alien.
thing,
alien.
The
Because
with the
ammonia,
little girls. Yeah,
because
the ammonia aliens.
when
The
those
Brazilian
things
Roswell.
happened, that hit Art Bell like immediately, like that night. It hit Art Bell, like a UFO. I can't remember if it was Coast to Coast Georgia Nuri or Art Bell, but it was a UFO crashed. They have there's aliens. I heard about that one, so maybe I got them confused. But yeah, I don't get everything. Moment of Contact. That was a good one. James Fox has a new one coming out on the 16th. Right? It's the program. So that will be your future homework, travelers.
nice.
I believe it comes out on Monday the 16th. It comes out. You got to rent it, so it'll be on.
More than worth it. His documentaries are so great.
Is that going to be on Netflix?
It's going to be on Prime. Probably you got to rent it. It's not going to be shown
Okay.
anywhere for free up front. It'll just be a couple bucks.
Oh yeah. His documentaries are by far the best ones that we've watched since we started the show that I've watched. They're not just like dramatic for sake of dramaticness. It wasn't just like trying to build a narrative. It's telling a good story, but also interviewing people that were actually there in a real way, in a believable way. It's not
and
fantastical.
like new information.
Yeah.
For the most part,
I
that's
really
why
like
you
his
want to
stuff.
release that stuff anyways. What's the point of releasing repurposed material that is out there? And especially if you are one of the top documentary makers or reporters or anyone in those fields, right?
Damn, George Knapp. X-Ray just
Yeah.
called you out.
Well, I
Dang, that
like
stings.
Graham Hancock, like he could have done the same thing, but he didn't.
Oh, she's making it worse.
I'm so
salt in the
sorry.
wound.
Just rubbing it in
I
there.
did say it's good for normies who are new to it, okay? They can learn
It's
a
fine.
thing or two.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong,
Hardcore.
X-Ray.
You're not wrong. X-Ray Girl is not wrong on
Right.
this. It wasn't cohesive enough to be palatable. It was just a bunch of random stuff that wasn't even the greatest hits of UFOs, which I would take at this point.
Yeah.
It kind of shows like why ancient civilizations is just a better thing to be into, because we're getting newer information, crazy stuff's happening. We are pushing back the timeline. There's actual real science going on with open-minded scientists, with the younger Dryas, and there's two opposing theories that are both pretty good and pretty frightening. One's a comet, one's the sun, or a polar shift. I mean, like all of that is just bad. So there's more stuff happening there, and with UFOs, honestly, it got so politicized, dude. That's what the rift started before even 2017. because when Trump originally got in the office, that triggered a bunch of UFO investigators, which you got to kind of what, and then all of a sudden you're seeing them cozy up to even Clinton. And it's like, wait a minute, you're a UFO investigator.
What are you
This is
doing?
so counterintuitive to absolutely fucking everything. You'd be hoping for an outsider to come in.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like you'd be dying for something like that, who will go, oh, fuck it, you know, just release it, you know.
It seems to that seems to have separated the people that are really looking for the truth and the people that are just charlatans or snake oil salesmen that are just trying to repackage the same Roswell documentary 500 times. It's like, okay.
There's so many, and it just and with UFO, it's just with UFOs, and this is the government's fault too. The government did go in with serious investigations and tried to spread misinformation. Yeah. It's their term. Did turn things into conspiracy theories because it's their term.
Yeah.
So there was definitely something to this, but then there's the charlatans who come in, and you know, you just gotta.
They just muddy the water, you know.
They do
the water. They make it hard to when for every UFO footage that looks legit and is like completely unexplainable, there's 500 hoaxes. There's 500 other people going, look at this. It's a light going into the water. Like, is it though? Like, it's a completely black screen with a light. That's all that I can see. I can't discern anything in this footage. It's like I need all those people to go away so we can get down to just the ones we can't explain.
I don't have a problem. Exactly. I don't have a problem with people going way the fuck out there as long as their presentation is, this is what I think. This is kind of, you know, it's a little crazy, but this is what I think. I'm not saying it's actually happening, but, and then there's this is happening. I'm being de-aged and sent to Mars on a secret government program. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Like that's nuts. And it's obviously, and there's a lot of culty shit, you know, and that's always been kind of the thing we fight, but it's growing in interest because at least the government, like talking about it, we can't like really, unless, you know, you go way back, like me, back to the Stone Age, you remember when they wouldn't even talk about it. And what we found out through the ALSAP and ASAP and whatever the fuck they're all called is what we thought all along. Is Blue Book was closed. Blue Book was to debunk shit, and they just created another program and renamed it.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. They're investigating him to this minute. They are. And NASA is in cahoots with the government to obfuscate this. That's their whole fucking existence now, because they don't actually send rockets up to the sky that work. We have private developers doing that much better.
Question. No, it used to be that NASA was the only people that have ever gone into space, right? For America, at least. They're the owners of space, basically, space travel. And then we start having Elon Musk. We have Jeff Bezos. We have these other billionaires that are making their own rockets and going to space. And then you start hearing the government go, okay, well, yeah, maybe there is some stuff. So they're like, it's like they're getting ahead of it before the private sector finds out that there's some shit up there, before the private sector goes, you've been hiding this? What's going on? They're going,
there was an article.
There might be some stuff up there.
Yeah, there was an article about humans really should have a moon base. Like, why don't we make a moon base out there? We should really start seriously contemplating building a moon base so we can have it set up there. And I'm like, or maybe they know that people are going to the moon and they're like, we should
get there first.
We're gonna build a moon base there.
Oh yeah, so it's like, we
totally,
should build one.
Hey, look, it's built. We did it
like,
totally fast.
Yep,
because we're known for that in the government.
Yeah, it just seems odd that those two things are happening at the same time. You know,
how many classified shuttle missions were there? There were so many.
Good point.
Sure. So many classified shuttle missions that we know of.
12.
That you just don't know. No, I like the most reasonable explanation to me is I don't think the government's worried about panic across the globe anymore. Because I mean, look at COVID. A lot of people just believe that shit. You know, a lot of people just believe that shit. So I honestly, I don't think that's their reasoning. I think their reasoning is control. That either it's we know about it I'll be as nice as possible and grounded as possible. We know about it, but we don't know much. We can't do anything about it, but we don't really want to tell everybody that there's something more powerful than the government out there, which is the government really wants to be God. They do.
Yeah.
They hate religion, and that's why, because they want to be the most powerful thing in our lives. I think it's because we have aliens and UFOs. We have gotten some technology from it, and we don't want to fucking share it. I think that's where the classified nature comes in. And quite frankly, maybe if some of that got out there, it'd be legit dangerous. Like if it got in the wrong hands. Imagine like, just anti-gravity itself. If there's that can be weaponized quite easily.
I'm sure.
It could be another splitting the atom situation where it's like, oh, now we have a whole war of the bad guys having the same technology that we have now. And could be.
That's actually what I think. I was trying to be grounded before, but I think we got fucking aliens. I think X-Files is probably like really right on a lot of stuff. So I think there's a giant room with everybody's fucking DNA on a card. It's like, yep. Splitting the atom. We can't split the atom. There's only one atom.
Thank you, guys.
We don't want to split the atom. I mean, he had a kid. He kind of split the atom.
So I split the atom.
Yeah, you did
successfully. Yep,
you did. But I don't trust anything coming out of our government. I think those hearings do. I mean, they're not exciting, but they show like how
Crigler.
much. Crigler. There you go. That they show how much they're hiding, and that was the whole point of it, right? Yeah. I don't think we're going to get any shit out of those hearings. I just don't. Other than we have people under oath saying
we know stuff.
We know stuff. We have stuff,
which is crazy.
We can't talk about the details.
It is crazy.
Which is legit insane.
What do you mean you know stuff? What do you mean you have stuff? What do you mean you've contacted them?
Can you elaborate on that? I can behind closed doors.
But what do you mean there's deals that the government have made with these entities? What?
To go from the 90s and the 2000s when it was thought to be like, that's ridiculous. That's X-Files TV show crap. To now we have actual government military officials admitting that we do have materials and they can't disclose
and that people have been hurt that they know of. They're like, oh there's the people have been hurt seriously dealing with this.
Have people died? Well, I can talk about that behind closed doors.
Yeah, wow.
That's a yes.
A no. A no would have been preferably, but
what the hell?
Wow. It isn't no.
Just like at the J6 hearings, right? Did you have federal assets in the J6 during January 6th? I can't answer that. Why not? And the answer should be no. The answer should be no.
You can't answer that, so then yes.
Never mind. No, I was gonna go off there. No, we're good. We're good. We're not talking about January 6th. Trump announced he's going to pardon them all.
Pardon them all. You can say that.
Well, he said he's going to pardon them. I don't know about all. Hopefully all, because I can't not say it. There were so many people that were there, and then it turns out that there were like 16 or 17 different government agencies that all had people underground or under the radar that were there, and they weren't even communicating with each other, so they didn't know who. It could have been an FBI agent standing next to a DEA agent next to an ATF agent.
Happens
and they're all like,
it literally happened.
Oh, wait.
Yes,
that's right. Crazy.
It could have been all government agents.
I wrote a sketch.
Everything you see there.
I wrote a sketch one time where it was an FBI agent trying to seduce another person, trying to into them, and then they find out that the other person is also an FBI agent, and it's like a love story. We never made it.
We met trying to seduce during a honeypot operation, and
that's the name of the movie, Honeypot.
Little Tommy. That's why you're here. Okay,
that's how I met your mother.
How I met your mother. Call it Honeypot. That's right. Yeah. A little rom-com.
Yeah, a little rom-com.
Oh, dude, man,
that's pretty good.
Nobody tell anybody about that idea. That's my idea.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it is like. Again, like COVID woke so many people up to what's going on. I think there's a legitimate awakening. I was just having a chit chat about this.
True.
And I think there's a legitimate awakening amongst the general public who I mean, we can't get mad at people. They're busy. I mean, it's frustrating. It certainly is, but it's not like we all pay attention. It's not like I pay attention to absolutely everything either. So, they were busy. They were working. There were only funnels of information where the mainstream media, and now it's dying almost overnight. But it's not. This is something that's actually been happening and talked about for the last decade, right? And it became impossible to deny over the last month. So I think that's really good. Now, people in the political space, you're going to see them start shifting and moving because the winds of change are a-blowing and they want to keep their careers. I would be highly skeptical of all of them. It's great seeing Anna Kasparian on her little redemption arc and Chank going on other shows on their redemption arc. And I don't buy it for a fucking minute from the political space, not the political right or left, the political space. Remember, the Daily Wire was very much against Trump until they were for him. These are things we need to remember. Okay. It's, I don't know how I got on this one. Oh, it's because I was having a conversation with somebody about it. And I'm just like, listen, I think the people are waking up, but I knowing what little I know, Adam knows more than I do about and so does Garrett, probably X-Ray Girl too. The political sphere, it's as Hollywood behind the scenes.
So true.
You're
absolutely right.
Hollywood is Hollywood behind 100%. The scenes. Agents circling around the same
cattiness,
the same people, cattiness.
You're going on that show. Well, I'm going on this show, and my publicist is getting me on that show.
I do absolutely love that we're seeing a lot of people, including Elon, say authenticity is the currency of the future. Hail so Robert Meyer Burnett. Okay. OG. And I'm glad we're seeing that go around because that is the truth. And that's why the political, the pop culture, the culture thing is now really kind of blending well with the UFO and ancient civilization, because UFO and ancient civilizations have been going through this shit forever, right? Fighting the government, fighting misinformation, being called everything under the sun. But they were just kind of in their little area, right? And it would be people who are into it, who listen to Coast to Coast, who watch who would go to these conferences. But now it's hitting the big time. Now it's blowing up. And I think that's good. But the UFO scene, you got to get your shit together. Straight up. I don't know how that happens. But you got to get your shit together because it's so fragmented right now. And there's infighting with the ancient civilizations, but they're still eye on the prize, right? Yeah. For the most part, they're still pretty much eye on the prize. That's what UFO.
They'll kind of on the ancient civilization part, they'll have their arguments, and they will have there's a few people that I can think of that are very against each other, but overall, I feel like it's more cohesive than the UFO, because the UFO they're so kind of spread out, and it's like they've sequestered themselves, and they just lash out at each other just from observing it from the outside.
I don't know if I agree with you guys. I mean, you just the Dibble situation, right? That there's this
I'm talking about in the ancient civilization itself, not archaeologists.
I know, but that's part of it. I feel like that's a big part of the whole archaeology.
We got Zaya and Graham coming together.
They took a picture together.
Well, we don't know. That's a little bit of hand,
They came together.
Yeah, so that was Netflix. That was greasing the wheel.
Whatever.
So
that's a positive.
Graham can get back into Egypt.
Look what George Howard's doing.
Yeah, but
there are legit Michio Kaku who isn't loved by everybody because of the string theory, and I guess he did some.
I love Michio,
but he'll go on Ancient Aliens. And Gary Nolan will go on Ancient Aliens. So there are some, but it's precious few. I think there's more. As much as academics get a lot of shit, and Adam's right, the dibbler is the dibbler, but
yeah, I think that was a positive overall because that exposed them.
What George Howard is doing with Cosmic Summit is there's academics who go there. We met some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's real academics who are no, I'm open to this. I'm open to it.
I don't believe that. And I don't believe that, but here's my data and my information.
The whole Atlantis stigma, right? Because you hear Atlantis and it makes the old academics go, Arr! It's dude, Atlantis doesn't necessarily, it might, but it doesn't necessarily mean an island in the Atlantic. It could be just representation of a civilization or civilizations,
Yeah.
that were
Yeah.
prior to our
Western
known
civilization isn't just one civilization. It's multiple groups of civilizations that are the Western world, right? So
It
it could be
evolved.
something like that.
It's I was talking about this with Luke. I went out to dinner with Luke a couple nights ago. And we were talking about I can't remember what comedian who broke this down perfectly was, empires don't really the wealth of an empire just goes somewhere else. It stays the same. So technically whatever that wealth of the empire is just gets moved to something else. For example, the wealth of Rome was moved to the Vatican. The wealth of the British Empire was just made a bank.
Right.
And they started giving up lands. We'll be your bank now. And they found it's a much easier way to stay in control of that stuff. And they still have, correct me if I'm wrong, the most powerful note in the world, right? Isn't the pound sterling? It's valued more than the dollar.
That's a lot easier though, because that's the ultimate goal of taking over and colonizing other areas is money, right? So if you just, instead of having to control all those areas, you just go, hey, I'm the bank.
Well, you control
use us for the
government programs get renamed, but the same idea is still there. Empires get renamed, but the same idea.
It's like energy, man. It's there. It never goes away. It just
it's a rebranding.
Well, I mean, maybe it's Bitcoin, but I'm too old to count Bitcoin right now. But
I'm glad I had like a little bit.
That's good.
I cashed out a long time ago, but
how many people actually have it though?
It's true. More and more all the time.
But yes, I mean, technically, sure, Bitcoin, which is going for what's one Bitcoin go for right now?
100,000.
100, yeah.
Oh, is it 100 now? Holy crap!
Yeah. Crazy.
China is still an empire. They can call themselves a CCP all they want, but they have a dictator who's not going to leave power anytime soon.
No.
I wouldn't call that power of the people, but hey, communism works, guys, every time.
It's never been tried.
It's never been tried, except for all the times it's been tried, and it gives us good dictatorships.
Those don't count.
Those don't count.
Those were fascists.
It's the People's Republic. All right.
That's 130,000 Canadian Bitcoin. Jesus. Yeah. So
I don't know what that means. Canadian? Who
like $2?
Who values anything in Canadian?
Funny money. That's the kind of money they found in that the CEO assassin's backpack. Oh, sorry, that was my money. Sorry.
Oh my God, that whole situation is nuts.
That's nuts.
Every photo that they release is different. They're like, this is this is
what he looks like today.
This is what he looks like. No, that's a completely different person. He's wearing different stuff, and like the photos of him, supposedly, allegedly him that night. He's not wearing the same jacket. He's not wearing the same backpack. He doesn't look the same.
You know what it reminded me of? The movie The Killer with Michael Fassbender that came out.
Oh yeah. Good movie.
It was. Yeah. I liked it a lot. It reminded me of that. Like later on in the movie when he's, because he starts out as this like really meticulous assassin, and something fucks up and goes sideways, and his life starts spinning, and it's like his OCD starts breaking up. And so it's like mid OCD breaking up the killer, doing his, that's what it reminded me of.
It's a very weird situation because it looks very professional from the video, but then you start analyzing it and you're like, I saw some people talking about it. It's like, it's not professional because the suppressor and the ammunition that was used don't match. And that's why it jammed every time.
Have they caught him?
Got on a city bike?
Have they caught him?
That's what's weird too. It's like he got on a city bike, a trackable bike.
So if they haven't, if this guy goes getting uncaught, then it's professional. Okay. Like there's cameras everywhere.
He's dead now.
Well, okay. That's another possibility of it being professional. Did you not just watch Yellowstone? Okay. At the end of Yellowstone, the agency starts taking out any loose ends once the hit, sorry to spoilers, but
spoilers.
Once the so there's an agency that's basically old military guys that will do hits. But I guess one of the drawbacks is if they fuck up their hit, then you're going to get the people who got hired them are going to get taken care of, clean up any messes.
Clean
you
up
better
in the
hope.
other direction.
I guess they didn't read the fine print. If we F up a hit, yeah, we're probably gonna kill you too. So yeah, I think
Like a movie.
that's a possibility, Adam. At this point, if they catch him, are people gonna go, that's not the real guy? I might want to
Right.
be one of those people.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
weird how the
and-
left is celebrating the whole situation.
It's
I think it's
celebrating death.
everybody. I think
Celebrating death. I mean, like they're okay. Did I
everybody.
chuckle?
not
Did I
everybody, but
did I
it's
chuckle
not
at a
left
couple of
to right.
comments?
It's
Yeah, I think it's. Did I chuckle at a couple
making
of comments?
jokes or laughing at funny comments is a little different than like making
Yeah.
T-shirts and selling them with like
Yeah, or
silhouettes
dressing
of the
or dressing
situation.
up
That's
or
true.
going to
Yeah.
New York and dressing up as the guy.
What is
lookalike
that?
contests in New York.
I hope he
Yeah.
was there. I hope he was there, like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Just like,
And he lost.
and he lost. Yeah,
That's
because
pretty
nobody
cool
knows what he
story.
looks like.
Right, exactly.
And then he didn't have gloves on as well. Like, you don't have gloves
I
on.
thought he had like latex gloves on.
Were they latex gloves?
I
Because they
mean-
look like white.
It's hard
They look
to.
like could be light
hard
white
to know.
latex.
But yeah, nonchalantly getting on
Yeah,
like
just-
a bike and going away, and you didn't get caught. Okay, yes,
Oh.
cops are pretty incompetent, especially in New York, where they're
Especially so.
not allowed to do
True.
anything. So
Anymore.
yeah. Well, I
got
mean, that's
Tickets from
Yeah.
cops in New York for doing
Easy.
stupid, silly shit. Skateboarding on a sidewalk. Like fucking cops in New York. Stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway.
don't get me started. So they're not much better after defund the police and being under a Democrat regime for so long. But that like luckiest mofo in the world that he's not been caught yet.
Yeah, crazy,
True.
insane.
Really insane. But yeah. And as far as I don't know, celebrating death is not good karma. It just isn't.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
Seeing
I mean,
a little
I-
comment saying he arrived at the hospital with a pre-existing condition. Okay, I'm gonna chuckle at that a little bit.
Yeah. The writing of the words on the bullet casings to me felt like it was elevated from just a random hit to then sending a message. And
Mm.
it's like when you're starting to send a message like that, it feels like
That's
And-
absolutely done to send a message. You wouldn't
And the
do
funny
it.
money in the bag.
There's so many other ways to do it that are not in public. Like that was
Right.
absolutely to send a message.
right,
For sure.
exactly.
Like
And
the
it did.
spot was chosen, the casings were engraved. There's fake money in the bag to send a message. It was all to send a like. Who is that message intended for?
Right.
Oh,
And it's like, is it a professional hit? And if so, who's gonna benefit? Like what kind of person?
Wasn't the wife
Wants to-
separating them?
There is that theory that it's the wife that wanted him taken out and then make it seem like it's just
Mm.
someone who is disgruntled against the
Dang.
industry.
Revenge.
So there is that theory, that the wife actually had it done. I could see that.
There's no shortage of motives with an insurance company CEO.
yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
that one.
His
A lot of
own
people get
company.
screwed.
Highest denial rates
Yeah.
in all insurance companies.
Really?
Pretty well. Yeah. Yeah,
A
that
lot of
rabbit hole
unhappy
goes
people, I'm sure.
deep.
That rabbit hole
Oh,
goes
sure.
deep, Adam. It goes deep. And
Yeah,
I
it's
went
something
down
like
it a little
38% refusals or something. Like 38%
The
of
highest in the
refusals.
industry.
32%, but it's
30,
insane. And
32%.
it's almost double from the next one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, we all know this, right? It's all a fucking scam.
It's a
And
scam, yeah.
it's basically
I
there.
hate insurance.
The best thing possible your insurance will be is for catastrophe insurance, right? If you have a major injury in an accident or you get cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
But anything else, you're kind of on your own. And you're going to have to go through all these fucking flaming hoops to get stuff done.
And a lot of the times, shit will be more expensive if you go through the insurance, anyways. If you just pay out of pocket, I mean,
I've paid out of pocket for a lot of stuff,
it's hard to
Like the
do.
dentist
But
here.
yeah, it'll be better.
and I just try to stay healthy as I can.
Smart.
Yeah. Well, I saw what
Prevention
my
is the
dad
best.
went through with cancer, right? Lived through
Mhm.
that. And that was like 90s insurance. That's when it was still like affordable, late 90s, early 2000s insurance. God, I remember I had insurance for me and my wife at the time at World Pack. And I think I paid $50 out of my paycheck $50.
Like a month or bi-weekly?
A month. At Tesla, it was free. Everything.
Wow.
For the entire family. Free.
Communist. That sounds awesome though.
And I got stock options. I wonder where they
That's
are.
nice. Yeah.
I don't know where they are.
What Tesla doing?
You should find those.
How are they doing?
I'll find them somewhere.
They're probably doing pretty good.
Probably doing okay.
Yeah.
Probably doing okay.
I
Feeling
see a lot of
stuck, man.
Cybertrucks
Tesla.
around lately.
Dude, almost every time I go out, I see another Cybertruck. And they're
I
like
know.
tricked out ones too, like jet black ones, red ones.
Yeah,
there was
like-
one I
like
saw
ugly
that
as
had
shit,
a
but
full
you know.
mirror,
They're
which
supposed to be.
Ugh.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's what
uniqueness
they're
of it.
going for.
I'm tired of
think-
cars that look like I see. I agree with you, Garrett, on the Jaguar. All right, you take the pink off the Jaguar, it looks
looks dope.
fine. It looks pretty cool.
It looks
It
cool.
does. I'm not gonna shit
I like
on that
the grill.
design. It doesn't look like a fucking pill,
Grill is-
like most cars look like.
Yeah.
Their ad is
Ugly
gay as
ass
shit. They're stupid. They're effing stupid, and they could have just put out that car, have it look silver or something. You know,
Didn't they
matte-
Put a
fire
hot,
the
sexy,
marketing team?
hot, sexy woman sitting in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Did they
Probably
market?
would've
did
done-
they-
would've done better.
Team, or is that a rumor?
No, they were told that someone in the industry was like, "You need to fire them," and then that spiraled into,
Okay.
"Oh, they fired them all." So that's not really
No,
confirmed.
no,
It's
they
just
came
kinda-
back.
Yeah, I don't-
No, they actually came back and said you're racist and misogynist. You think that's what they said? That was their. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't buy a Jag. I wouldn't
Oh,
buy one
no.
anyway. But
Those shitty cars. The interior is ass though. Like I don't like the interior.
oh my god, there's like
I hear it
nothing in
runs on
there.
Bud Light.
Oh,
Just pour it right into the engine.
nice, yeah.
Thank you. It was okay. It was okay.
somebody got so mad at me for what did I? Oh, I showed a Bud Light commercial on
Okay.
FNT, right? One of the newer ones was Shane Gillis, and I just
Shane
wanted to
Gillis.
show that they were making fun of like fashion and perfume
It's
ads.
a funny
I-
commercial.
It's a funny commercial, dude. I got an angry letter. I got an
Oh
angry. How
my!
dare you
Letter?
show Bud Light commercials on FNT? You're bending the knee. I'm
Wow.
like, it was
Settle
funny.
down.
Bending
Uh,
the knee.
I
Settle
don't
down.
drink at all, much less Bud Light. So fuck Bud Light.
You should never drink that
I hope it
ever
goes out of
before or
business
after
tomorrow. I don't give a fuck about Bud Light.
Right.
But if it's a
I like
commercial,
Shane.
funny commercial. I like Shane Gill.
Shane Gillis is funny.
He
I
is.
thought it was it wasn't like anti-woke. It was making fun of like perfume commercials and shit, which are hilarious and stupid.
Oh, I know
uh,
what you're
modern
talking
art
about.
shit,
They
yeah.
accidentally switched.
Yeah.
Right. That's a good
Like
one.
the guitar player's randomly playing and pulling sand out of his pocket.
He's like,
A model's got a snake and he's like, oh shit, that's a real snake. It's like it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
but don't drink Bud Light. That's gross.
Yeah, no, you get,
Stuff's gross.
uh,
Regardless of the woke, whatever,
It's not
it's
beer.
gross.
drinking
It's
Bud
nasty.
Light has always been gay.
Yes.
It's not. It's water.
I said it. It's
Yeah,
always
it's
been gay.
it's gross water.
It's true.
I didn't even
Always
drink.
been good.
When I drank, I didn't drink fucking Bud Light.
It does taste nasty. It's one of the nastier.
What did I drink?
Yeah.
It's
Miller
really
Genuine
gross.
Draft. That was like the fanciest beer back then I drank.
If you do light beer, just do Michelob Ultra.
I like
It's probably
Michelob.
the best.
Okay.
Yeah,
Michelob.
if
There
you
you
do.
go. There you go. So hey, let's look at this list real
Let's do
quick.
that list.
How you doing,
Yeah.
Adam? You all right, buddy?
Yeah. What spawned that question? Just
I don't
curious.
know. I'm just
Just-
curious.
Just
He
wondering.
hasn't
how you're
seen
doing,
you
man.
in like 2 weeks.
It's true. I
checking on you,
very
man.
I'm very tired. It's great. Like he's got these moments where he'll be smiling and laughing and then he'll be crying and I just don't like it's like what is happening? But one of the most magical things that's ever happened to me in my life happened yesterday. I was cleaning in my kitchen and we had the stroller inside because I was, you just do this a little bit back and forth. So he was kind of laying in this like bed in a stroller, just staring up and watching me. And I was singing, just singing to him and whistling. And he seems to love that. He loves music. And I kid you not, I kind of like hummed the chorus of something. I don't remember what I was singing because I just went through all the songs I could think of. He freaking sang along with me.
way.
Legitimately.
Nice.
Was he all la 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 la?
No.
Oh
It
my
was like a.
God.
Like
I
a
don't even know
coo?
how to describe it. Yeah, he was cooing, but I've never heard him do this, and it was like a low to high, and it matched what I was singing. So it wasn't just like a random coup, like he was cooing, you know, but it was like
Get him on that piano.
Dude, it was amazing. I like you just sang with me.
Like,
I mean, he's
fucking
3 months old.
Meal
I'm like,
ticket, brother.
Yeah,
There you
dude.
go.
amazing. Dude, amazing. I
Don't do
was
that,
so
chicken.
it was
Get him on
such
that
a special
Eurovision.
feeling.
Hey, before you
He
pull
might,
that
yeah.
article up,
He
I'm
might.
gonna read that. I'm gonna read the email.
Let's
The
check
angry
him out.
I'm gonna read the email.
The
I
angry
got.
letter. Let's
The
hear
angry
it.
letter.
I wanna hear it.
So I'm not gonna say who it's from. And by the way, like everybody has a right to their opinion. I am not above
Yeah.
criticism. Fucking roast me whenever. It's fine.
Yeah.
But you could also get roasted.
On that note,
prepare to
disappointed
get
you roasted.
sold out. Disappointed you sold out. How much did Bud Light pay you to play that stupid fucking Panderfest of a commercial? All Bud Light had to do was apologize. Instead, they doubled down and tripled down. It wasn't until the loss of sales became apparent when they started these pandering commercials, but they never apologized. Let me make this clear, and I will be helping to spread the word about you. Fuck Bud Light and fuck you.
That email I agree with. But then
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Okay.
he had me till the end. I mean, I was like, yeah, they never apologized. I mean,
That's true.
It's true.
But you can say that for absolutely every entity now that's going to
Everybody.
be turning things around. Hollywood, gaming, social
Yep.
media,
Mhm.
Mark Zuckerberg, all that. You could say it. It's like, well, you know, I mean, when people bend the knee and apologize, it's not kind of up to you how they do it. No, Bud Light did not apologize, and there was serious conversations to do that. And they listen. I talked to a guy who directs their commercials, right? And they said that's right at Comic-Con.
Yeah, yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, oh, they knew they fucked up from Jump Street, and they were just and they were too cowardly to apologize. And I told the guy, I tell Bud Light right now, if you went out and apologized, your stock would have bounced right back up. It would have been just fucking fine. Boom.
It's true.
But they were afraid of the criticism they were going to get from the trans community.
From
I'm
the
like,
people who don't even care about Bud Light.
so the 0.00001% who don't drink Bud Light, don't give a fuck about Bud Light, don't give a shit about anything, you're worried about them. That's the problem, is we still have entities worried about them.
Mhm.
Don't be worried
Yeah.
about them. J.K. Rowling proves every day who's as progressive as they come, as is uber
True.
progressive, is all for immigration in the UK and no problem. Although she has an 18-bedroom mansion that she will
Yeah.
not allow them to be in, but she
Super
goes off the reservation on one fucking issue, and she is a
Yep.
pariah. She
Yeah.
is a pariah. So and guess what? Doesn't affect Harry Potter in the least bit. Not at
or
all.
her.
It is not even negligible. It
That was
doesn't
so funny.
exist. It doesn't. As a matter of fact, I think
They're
she's
doing better
pulling
now.
more shit
They
because of
literally
it.
are.
It's
I think
true.
a better argument could be, well, actually,
Yep.
the numbers have gone up
They
since
have.
he has come out. They have gone up.
Look at Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
tried
massive.
so hard to boycott that game. It wasn't even that good.
It wasn't that good.
It
and
wasn't even that good
got
of a game.
tranny
It
in
was good. It was fun.
But it
Fun
went
game.
great. Like
I
yeah,
said
did
transmission.
that sales though, that good
Insane.
of sales for like
For the
what
game.
that game
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
I mean,
And well, I mean, the reason it did well amongst Harry Potter fans and other people, like it's in Hogwarts. That's where Harry Potter
In
has to be.
Hogwarts, people
Has
have
to be
been
in
waiting for a
Hogwarts.
game in that genre.
people
so-
were,
Not-
well,
not
and
like
people
the
were everyone
world-
knew about that
Nobody-
game. Everyone
actually-
knew that game was coming out.
I don't
It's the
think
Joker effect. This Joker thing is going to be the worst thing that ever happened. Everybody goes to see it.
Harry Potter, the world, if they try spin-offs, is not going to work in another castle in another country. It is British and it needs to take place in Hogwarts. I think you could probably grow it past Harry Potter, but that's where it's got to take place. Period.
Yep.
It's got to be in the school. That's how it works. It's kind of like Star
That's
Wars.
the setting.
You know, it's Han, Luke, and Leia. Sorry to break that to you, but and I guess Anakin for the prequel, guys. I'll give
Come
it.
on. Yeah, let's go.
See that picture of Anakin? It's Anakin Hayden
Gina?
Christensen with
Hayden
Gina?
Christensen. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
That's
That
a
was
little
awesome.
Supportive.
Gina
I
looking
see it.
good. I say that as a happily married man, but Gina looking good.
As another happily married man, I agree.
Correct.
Gina looking good. 30 crazy conspiracy. This is from Popular Mechanics, by the way.
Oh, nice.
An odd thing to see.
an odd thing.
Popular mechanics and
I don't know when did this.
conspiracy theories.
This comes out in 2022, so it's a little dated, which
Okay.
makes it even a little bit funnier.
It's
little
still
funny.
good.
It's a little
2
funny.
years. Conspiracy
Can
theories.
Can we get
is
an update
relevant.
on this? There's a few more that have popped up.
X-ray girl. Yeah, I think we'll help with that, shall we? Because we're gonna do like a lightning round on this. But X-ray girl talked about like us talking about conspiracies. I'm like, God, like what's my favorite one? I don't know if I have a favorite one. I got to think about it. So I needed a list, and that's how I found this. So 30 crazy conspiracy theories that people actually believe. Fucking crazy pantses. According to the internet, we should steer clear of the Denver airport and Bill Gates. Okay, well,
Denver's just confusing. It's a confusing ass airport. I don't like it.
There's some secrets
nice
there.
airport, though.
Dude,
It's a weird
like
ass
it.
Some
airport.
secrets there.
it is.
I don't
There's
trust it.
tunnels under it. There's a lot of very
I don't
strange
trust
art. There's strange art. I got sick in that airport, so I can say it's
Bro,
altitude
they were
sickness. Like I
shooting you
say.
with rays.
It was
Sickness
the
rays.
microwaves they were shooting me with.
There's 5G that's interwoven through the
But
conduit.
Bill Gates, I think you should stay away from Bill Gates. I think that's
that's fantastic.
stay the
That guy's kinda
fuck
creepy.
away from that
Yeah.
moved motherfucker.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Keep going.
Conspiracy so yeah, we don't need to hear. They're
We
going
don't
to say
need that.
conspiracy
Yeah.
theories
Number
are
one.
silly, stupid things.
This makes
the
sense
moon
that
landing
this was number one.
fake.
Okay, number one. Yeah, fake.
Okay. My thing about the moon landing, I think we went, but I think they made videos to show the public to
Yep.
really emphasize that we went and to show everybody that we went.
Propaganda. Yes,
It's their proof.
I agree.
Yeah,
so to speak.
I think we went. I think we actually landed. I mean, telescopes have seen the landing
Yeah.
site, so we know that it's there. I know we went, but I think the videos were fake.
We got to
That's-
get my
that's
boy
where-
Mike
I don't
Barra
think we
on.
Probably didn't win.
Mike Barra gets out there. He does. Okay, he gets out there.
To the moon?
The one,
He goes to the moon.
yeah, he goes, but he will absolutely break down beautifully, and he's worked. With
Don't
White
you
House
bring him
this.
on the show and then dip on us again.
Dude, I couldn't help.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
just said,
wanted to.
Don't
not
leave
have
me
a
alone with
show.
that man.
I
Mike
shouldn't
Barra.
leave him alone with you. Okay.
You're great. No. This is crazy because he was like, everyone needs to be skeptics. Then how dare you be a skeptic with what I'm
I
saying? And
love
I'm like,
Mike, but I should be on the show. You're right.
I like Mike.
I,
too.
I
like Mike.
enjoyed
Just-
him on the show
Like,
too.
like,
I
you
enjoyed
know
Mike.
what? By the way, if I have to be the fucking voice of reason anywhere, we are so fucked. We are completely fucked.
You just need to be the bridge, you
I am
know.
not the
Someone
voice of
had to
reason.
do it.
Yeah.
Someone had to do it.
Okay, so Mike will break this shit down all day long and tell you why. We landed on the moon. You can
I believe it.
Yeah.
other countries have photographed our lander, the flag. You can see it. You
Yeah,
can see it.
yeah.
Now, did they trump stuff up for propaganda? Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? You know,
It's the Cold War, bro. Like
No,
we
I
were
think
both racing to get there. Yeah. I think
the
they were
bigger
fake as shit.
question, and that they don't get into the conspiracy, is why haven't we gone back? Well, they do get into it a little bit later.
True.
So what's number 2?
Number 2.
The
The
government
government.
killed JFK. Yes, they did.
Oh, come on. That's like, why is that number 2? That's obvious.
Yeah. Hello. Well, more
Yeah,
importantly,
the fucking guy
and specifically the CIA,
yeah.
because this guy wanted to dismantle the CIA. It's like they have too much power. They were like, yeah, okay, we'll show you power.
Even if you believe Lee Harvey Oswald
are
was
facts.
the one who was the shooter, and the magic bullet did the little U-turn,
Which is ridiculous.
He still worked for the government.
I think it was the driver.
You think so? I still think grassy knoll, baby.
I
I'm
think
gonna
grassy
stick with
knoll
Grassy knoll.
Okay.
or the smoking man.
You know, I keep going to Dallas, Garrett, and I don't go there. I need to go there.
I've
next
never been there. I've lived here for like 20 years.
Well,
I don't know. What
go there.
Really?
Yeah, I drove through that spot on in my car, but I haven't gotten out and gone on the X
You
and
didn't
went,
think
oh, look
about
at
it.
my photo. I did get stuck in traffic there. I was like, this is the worst thing ever in this spot specifically.
Well,
Why is the
Lyndon
hair on the
Johnson.
back of my neck
Lyndon Johnson
raising
was an
up?
evil motherfucker. Was an
Oh, yeah.
evil motherfucker.
Oh man.
Totally a total fucking racist that he's like, well, if we get I'll say that I'll just if we get the N words on our side, which he's been recorded saying,
Which is what the Democratic Party did.
yes,
And no, do.
evil.
They're doing
motherfucker.
now. I think they're losing power because thankfully more and more black people are realizing that the Democrats are the Democrats and they never switched. They just
Correct.
lied to you the entire time.
I drive around Texas and we got like Lyndon Johnson Freeway, George Bush
Yep.
Freeway. I'm like, I want
Yep.
to piss on
Tear
this
all
freeway.
these down.
Fuck you. Yeah. You want to
Yep.
want to rename some shit? Rename those two. Okay. I'm fine with it. Fuck both those
fuck
guys.
the Bushes.
Yeah. So here's number 3.
Number 3.
So yeah, the JFK thing. Come on.
Okay, wait. What is this though? Is this the conspiracy?
Yeah.
COVID-19 was engineered by
fake?
the media?
By the media.
That's just silly.
That's a way.
I disagree.
That's
I disagree. I don't think it's silly at all.
By this?
Okay,
Maybe explain.
from what I'm seeing, I think there's actually a lot of truth in this. Well,
let's see what they have to say
COVID-19,
about it. But you go first.
when you see that word like COVID-19, right? It's more now than just the infection, right? It's more than the disease, whatever you want to call it. It is all of 2020. It is
a reaction to
the changing of voting laws, the mail-in voting, the control that the government took on the population of their citizens across the globe. I mean, all different countries were doing this. Not Sweden for some reason. They actually followed the Constitution.
What you're saying. The reaction.
What Garrett was saying, they trumped it up, but I think it was to another level. It basically took propaganda, injected it with steroids, and everybody took it and ran and was like, I mean, people were trying to fight it, but they couldn't. But saying it was engineered by,
it's the wording
that's not true. That's actually
wording, and they're trying to cover their.
I don't know
asses
if I could
here.
actually.
This is Popular Mechanics trying to cover their
channel.
ass, because I don't think I've been listening to a lot of conspiracies, and I don't think anybody has ever said it was engineered by the media.
Right.
The media are a tool of the engineers. They are a tool of the engineers, and it was obvious who are some of the biggest sponsors on late night talk show, on fucking sports, wherever I do see ads.
The vaccine.
Fucking Pfizer. Big Pharma.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
The one that the left was supposed to be so against for so long. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And
Big Pharma.
So they were a tool of the engineers. But to say 100%. That, like, people were out there saying, you're full of shit, Popular Mechanics. And you're absolutely right, Garrett. It wasn't COVID. It was the response. It was the response by the media in lockstep with their masters, the government, which is corporations becoming the government, which is fascism.
Yep.
It's like, I don't know what to tell people anymore, especially when there was a government report that just came out came out. It was created in a lab.
Yep.
Wuhan, China. It wasn't people eating fucking bats.
Fauci lied.
And we knew that day one. We knew that early on when it was happening. All this stuff was happening.
But you got strikes for saying that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we should just get over COVID. We should just get over stop talking about COVID. It's over.
Yeah, it didn't affect anybody's life.
It didn't have any long-lasting generational effects on society or anybody.
Yeah, there's not people still wearing masks.
In the report where it said it's going to have long-lasting generational effects.
The government report, you mean? Is that the one you're talking about?
Right.
So yeah, the way that they frame it is, I guess there might be some people that believe that media made it up completely, but that's not what the majority of people had a problem with in any way. All right, number 4. Wait, what? I ain't heard this one.
Never heard of this one.
Earth has been sucked into a black hole. Number 4.
Okay.
Like the Hadron Collider.
Well, let's go down and see what they say. But yes, I've heard it with CERN before.
Yeah, CERN. Yeah, there it is.
The European Organization of Nuclear Research is at the heart of a lot of crazy conspiracy theories, including people who believe that when CERN discovered the Higgs boson in 2012, everybody. 2012, Mayan calendar. They inadvertently created a black hole and Earth was sucked into it. The people think that the world ended in 2012 and we haven't realized it. Yes. And it was rebooted. What they leave out of this is, yes, I have heard of this one, and that the Earth, that reality was rebooted.
Berenstain Bears. What? No. Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain Bears.
A lot of crazy
It's
shit's
seen.
happened since 2012. Just saying.
A lot of stuff. Number 5, Disney created Frozen as a distraction.
Okay, this one I have not heard.
From what?
I'm gonna say that
what,
like
though?
if CERN had not been turned on, we might still have good Star Wars and Star Trek. I just
Oh man, could you imagine? Oh.
there's another reality out there where Alex Kurtzman doesn't get a job because he got Sam Raimi coffee. Or Kathleen Kennedy. People have long discussed the conspiracy that Walt Disney used cryogenics technology to freeze himself when he died, even though the Disney family refutes the claims. However, a new theory is that the Walt Disney Company created Frozen as a way to hack Google's search algorithm and distract consumers from the information of the late Walt Disney possible. That's crazy.
That's stupid. It would be cryogenic.
That's why they wrote the song "Let It Go," dude. Let it go, right? Isn't
Let
that
it go.
I can't
He's
maybe
not
see something like
frozen.
this because people do stuff like this with pop stars, like Taylor Swift. That's a conspiracy that, what was it? The jets, like she travels in a jet and she goes home every like night, so she wastes a lot of gas. Her carbon footprint's huge. So her boyfriend was from the Jets or something like that.
No,
or she was at a
Chiefs.
Jets game. So when you Google her now, that comes up first when she was at a Jets game.
Yeah.
Versus her plane. So I could see that maybe happening, but I mean, not this
specifically.
I think Taylor Swift is a symptom and a result of our culture just failing.
Music industry being formulaic and failing. Yes. Number 6, the Denver International Airport is Illuminati's headquarters.
I see somebody requesting a Reacher season 3 trailer live reaction. I will do that on an appropriate show. This show is literally about UFO bullshit. That's what this show is about.
It's not a bad trailer though.
It's
Bigger Reacher,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
Big Reacher fighting Bigger Reacher, yeah.
Reacher season 1 was freaking great. Season 2 was okay. Okay. So hopefully they return to form. Alan Richson, whatever, is a fucking moron. But he's a good actor. The Illuminati. Okay, which one is this one?
So this is Denver Airport is Illuminati's headquarters.
Okay. Yeah, there's been entire discussions during the construction of this. Afterwards, there was a lot of tunneling.
Multiple levels.
Oh yeah,
a lot of levels.
Yeah, and like
so many levels.
Reasonable. There could be tunnels for workers or something like that, but there was a lot of tunneling, like a lot.
I'll tell you what I think. It is. So if you listen to Sun Weatherman, okay, Ben, he's been on the show, and
good man.
If you look at there's a map that's out there that shows where the safe areas are. And he lives in Colorado because it's one of the places that would be safe come this catastrophe, whether it's true, if it is true. And the Denver airport being located as in the elevation that it's at would be in that location that would be safe. So I think it might be a underground, maybe a start of a city for these elites.
That's not a bad idea to make it under an airport, so everyone they get to know. They fly in, they land, and then they go right underground, like in Turkey, that city that was underground.
That's
there.
What I think.
Not a bad theory. Not a bad
Whether
theory.
That's Illuminati or
if that or the government just making a
they lean so into it. Like they have everything. You walk through the airport now, and it's just like they love the whole thing. They lean into it to try to like I don't know. I think it's like smoke and mirrors. Like it's actually they're telling the truth to hide the lies kind of vibe.
Number 7. The Earth is hollow.
I agree. I think real quick, if you're going to build a major project and you want to hide something, you build something over it that you need, and then you just reallocate some funds or maybe not even do that. Just take some black funds and build something right under it. If you want it to be secret, what better way than to build something on top of it that isn't,
Right.
And there's NORAD. Like it exists. That's in a mountain. The reason it's in a mountain is because that's a safe place to be, surrounded by a bunch of rock. So.
Also, a good nuclear shelter could be,
or cataclysm shelter.
Or
Mhm.
I mean, hey, Jeff Bezos is building a giant clock in the middle of the mountains in Mexico, which Ben has mentioned too. And there's no fucking way he's just building a clock. I don't believe that for a second.
Of course not.
I think it's a Dr. Evil base. I think he's going to have the little chairs that drop people down into flames.
Yeah, it has the button.
Ill-tempered sea bass. All right, what's the number?
Are you hearing the rumors of a fourth one coming? Did you hear those?
Those are good rumors. I mean,
I hope
a little late, but god dang, those are fucking great.
I'd be down to watch him. I'd be down even at his age. I'm still down.
Yeah. The Earth is hollow. The Earth is hollow.
This is such a stupid theory.
This one goes way back. The Earth's in 2014, scientists released new unknown findings about the Earth's core. And let's just say conspiracy theorists took it and ran with it. After learning that we don't know much at all about the surface of the Earth or what lies beneath its layers, the hollow Earth theory gained traction. Some believers even think there's an Earth inside of Earth. I don't think I believe that.
Double Earth?
There's always someone dumb enough to believe any conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Like
I
flat
believe
Earth.
Like the world is flat.
Yeah.
There's way too many people that believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah, we need to move
me,
past this one because this one's silly.
So stupid.
It's the
Okay, number 9.
stupidest.
Prince
What?
Charles is a vampire.
Well, he looks like one.
Right.
I mean, do I believe they bathe in the blood of virgins? Yes.
Possibly
Definitely.
related to Vlad the Impaler.
Why? Well, Prince of Wales is related to Vlad the Impaler. He is.
Arenas.
The inspiration of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and many royals in Charles' bloodline were known to have the disease porphyria. Porphyria.
I think porphyria sounds.
That's because of all the inbreeding.
Sounds like you
though.
nailed it.
Thanks. Which
There
is
it
an iron deficiency that causes people to be sensitive to sunlight, or they're fucking vampires. Okay, quit trying to explain it away, dirty bloodsuckers.
I'm down for this theory because it's cool.
I want this one to be true. So much.
Bigfoot.
The elusive Bigfoot, along with every other creature like that.
Sasquatch.
A lot of
At the
sightings.
moment, I don't believe it. Just
Yeah,
saying.
at the moment, I don't.
I,
More
you got to point out a
evidence.
lot,
Interesting stuff. but-
a lot of sightings around the world. Very similar descriptions.
Yeah, but people are stupid.
Some might be telling the truth.
Hey man.
I believe them when they
11.
say they've seen something.
Wait, this
But
isn't a
what-
conspiracy. This is real. They did have a base there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not a conspiracy. You mean currently, right now, there are Nazis there? Is
Maybe
that the
that's what-
conspiracy?
yeah,
Maybe
that makes more sense.
Because they literally did have one.
Yeah, if you like think about what Bird saw, what they
Yeah,
what's
Robert.
the guy-
Bird.
yeah.
Robert Bird.
Oh,
yeah.
there's no
So-
evidence that the Nazis had a base there. I mean, it's not like we've fully explored Antarctica. Okay, kind of a hostile environment.
Yeah, extraordinarily hostile.
I imagine some ice can build up. You never know. You never know.
True.
Next.
Next. Oh, wait, oh,
Next,
there we go. 12. We're
Oh,
all living in the Matrix simulation theory.
I
I
like
mean-
that.
simulation theory.
I
You
can
know,
see that.
there's some
I
good
can see some
arguments
sentiments,
for
yeah,
simulation.
Yeah, I
Imagine.
very, very believable
This next
scenario at this point.
Even in the most religious sense, if God created this realm for us to
Is
live in,
this?
this is a simulation that we're living in. It's they're
Yeah.
kind of two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, it's a. I mean, if you go, it's a simulation of some reality. I guess would have to be the
It's
thing.
atheists trying to
created. It's
make their own
created.
god.
Exactly. That's what it's creation theory
Right,
in a different
same
way.
coin. Same coin. Yeah, exactly.
13. The moon
is-
isn't real.
Okay, so are they saying that we're seeing
so
a
stupid.
fake moon in the
That's
sky?
right. Some people
Or
think the moon doesn't exist.
What the fuck?
It's
okay,
also
'cause
flat Earth, right?
It's just a projection on the firmament.
that's crazy. But if you think the moon might have been brought here or engineered,
Mm.
then
Oh.
my mind is
It
open to
rings
that.
Perfect.
hollow like a
Perfect.
bell, which is weird.
Yep,
Oh,
then I'm open to that
honeycomb?
because it's pretty fucking weird. Everything about it's really
is a weird-
strange.
Weird thing.
So if you want to go there, all right. A projection? No, that's silly.
14. Titanic
Actually
didn't actually sink. Where is it?
Okay.
What
Where
happened?
did, where, where did
Into a
James
black
Cameron go,
hole.
though?
Yeah.
Where did that Ocean Gate sub sink then?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's
Sorry.
silly.
Ocean saw the
There
images
was
of it, though, right?
there was articles back in the day. I think that hyperlink even
Stop
goes to
showing
it.
the next one. You got to.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
You gotta let it build.
I'll do it
there
right
were-
here.
There were
right here.
articles
See?
back in the day that said that it was based on an erroneous report that everybody survived. So they did run with that at first, that everyone survived, but it was just bad information. Well, maybe that's where that comes from.
15. Apollo 17 wasn't the last moon mission.
I can believe this
I
one.
mean,
Yeah, I mean, why not?
let's be
Yeah.
real.
The
You think the
mission.
government just
Well-
stopped? Yeah, I don't think so. Nah.
The astronauts had run-ins with aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well, I mean, like if you talk to some of the astronauts, some of them think they had some run-ins with aliens. You know?
Yeah,
But-
I have heard some weird conversations that were recordings from them communicating.
Yep.
Whether they're real or not.
Mm.
So that that's the thing. How do I know if it's real? Yeah, could be fake.
16. Zombies can rise from the dead.
Mm. I don't know about
It doesn't
rising.
surprise
from
me
the-
about
people
this,
think this.
Versions. What was that soap thing?
Hmm?
Say
Okay.
virgins? What?
Virgins.
What did you say?
No, a version. Do you remember there was
version.
a drug? There was a
Oh, a
drug that people
version.
would take. I think it was called bath salts. Never mind.
Bath
It was
salt.
a soap.
You said soap.
Oh,
What was it? Rubber ducky.
Right. Yeah, people were like
Shampoo or
smoking bath
Sorry,
salts and
bath
just
salts,
going
that's
Yeah, it was that
zombie.
dude that was eating.
I mean-
that actually turned out to be he didn't have any bath salts. The guy that ate the other person's face in Florida, he didn't have bath
Right.
salts in his system. He had
Oh.
THC, and it was just a psycho. You know how
He had the
THC can
munchies?
apparently some mega
Yeah.
munchies.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean,
This,
this.
you know, like
this
they have like psychic
I-
break sometimes.
look, I
That's what it
believe
was.
this. You just go to downtown
California.
Philadelphia or
Or-
San
LA.
Francisco.
Wait a minute.
Literally
zombies-
any
Wait,
city.
By the way, chat, all zombies are virgins because you get reset once you die. All right.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you couldn't
there
get your
are
V card
virgin
back.
Zombies.
There it
Do it.
is.
So all zombies.
Who's the
Virgin
first person
zombies.
going on that?
The clock
Necromancers.
resets. No. Do zombies exist? Yes, they're walking our streets today in American City.
One's running the country right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You see him saunter out of that room and he's talking to the press. Bro,
Yeah.
he can't even open a door.
Gosh.
Gets confused. 17. Bill Gates is making fake snow? I've never
This-
heard this.
Hold on. This
This
is
is
the
the one that-
conspiracy they ran with?
That means
With
that
Bill Gates?
every other thing said about Bill Gates on the internet is real. That's what I'm saying. That's what Popular Mechanics is saying.
Depopulation.
Every other thing is right.
Really?
Buying up farmland.
Fake
This is the one that-
snow?
Uh,
Wow.
Instrumental in the COVID bullshit.
Holy shit.
It's interesting that that's the one they go with.
That's
So he's controlling
crazy.
the weather, I think, is what they're going after, right?
But they didn't say that. They didn't go there. You
Oh,
could have gone in
that's a
so many
title.
different
That's a
directions
title.
with Bill
Epstein
Gates.
Island.
With extreme
Holy
weather conditions
shit.
occurring across the United States in 2021.
Depopulation, I
TikTokers-
think, is
okay.
the biggest one.
Depopulation.
Yeah, really.
He
Pretty big
literally
one.
talks about it.
A
He-
guy-
he just
a guy
like-
It's not a conspiracy. He talks about it.
A
point.
flabby mofo who's so obsessed with our health, by the way.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
fake his 3D printed fake meat. Ugh.
Fake snow
Shit
that
looks
burns instead
disgusting.
of melts. Interesting.
So stupid.
That's
I've never
weird.
even heard that theory.
Spoiler alert, he wasn't. Stuff like that makes me think
Yikes.
maybe he
That's
was.
how they would say it.
now I'm
Yeah,
starting
right.
to believe it.
18. The Bet's mystery sphere is alien material.
What's the Bet's mystery sphere?
What is that? I don't know.
It was found in Florida in 1974. Conspiracy theorists are convinced Bet's mystery sphere has baffled the public since it was found in 1974. Conspiracy theorists are convinced it's alien material, while others, such as the military, say it's man-made project. They didn't give us a picture of it.
I've never heard of this.
There you go. So it sounds like they're running out of conspiracies. I could have given them some.
You know what it looks like? It looks like
I
a
remember this.
tinfoil ball.
This photo.
You know where they
huge.
take tinfoil and hammer it and smooth it out.
Yeah, I remember this story. Yeah, there's a Y-Files episode on this, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks fake as shit.
Sorry, I don't know. Oh my God, where am I? Here I am.
Good. Fuck.
Sorry.
Good God, man.
Give me whiplash.
Okay, hold on. Where were we? 19?
We were at 19.
19.
There it is.
There we go. Amelia Earhart was eaten by crabs. She probably was.
Hey, maybe.
I
She landed on an island.
there's
Those
a
crabs
video-
are a little aggressive.
There's a video going around, pretty much showing off how fucking retarded she was.
I saw the video.
What is it's a video of her.
She's not very good.
So she was a decent pilot, but she didn't know how to operate a radio. So she wasn't a well-rounded pilot. She could fly the plane, but she didn't navigate very well, and she was a horrible radio operator. And there was an antenna on the bottom, and there's a round one on top of her plane. The one on the bottom probably broke off, and she didn't think to change the frequency on the round one, and she was not getting the messages of, hey, you're in the area. And she
got
was
lost.
panicked. Yeah. And it
crashed.
was girl power. Yes. And they've made her like such
An icon.
Sorry she died. Okay.
Yeah,
but
which is not good, but
which is not good. But
people
like,
die. I don't care.
and that was a long ass time ago. I care even less.
Yeah.
but
yeah.
she disappeared because of incompetence.
Damn. You
which is rough
sexist.
to be the first female pilot like that and to die.
That's why they buried that. They
that's
buried
why
that
they're like,
side of
don't
it.
talk about that at all.
No, she got eaten by crabs. We got to talk about that.
No, it was great.
3
in the,
foot
in
long.
the thread
Ooh,
on
that
Twitter,
sounds
people started getting into Ryan's theory that Helen Keller's just made up bullshit.
Because she is.
And it's something I never really thought about before. I'm like, oh, it's totally fucking made up.
It's totally
it's absolute
fake.
bullshit.
And Coco. Don't forget that bitch. 20. The Loch Ness Monster lives in Scotland. I think we've talked about this.
This
one
is
before.
fun. That
fun one.
lake is crazy deep. Like it is really deep. There's a lot of water in Loch Ness. I mean, that thing could be something down there that we don't know.
Ads.
Clone your
ads.
dog.
Wait,
Oh, that
whoa.
was it?
Wait,
thought
that
it
was
was
it? I thought it was 30. That was 20.
They
Wow.
chipped us.
Wait a
They
second.
literally wrote 30
sorry.
and
30?
it's actually 20.
There's only 20 in this bitch. Popular mechanics.
They don't know how to count.
You can't
Clearly,
count,
this is not
man.
their
They
wheelhouse.
need an Asian on
counting.
their staff.
What the heck?
Fuck.
What the hell? I thought we were building up to something, you know?
Yeah, That was
disappointing.
that was really disappointing. I mean, yeah, there were a lot of conspiracy stuff there, but
yeah.
it is what it is.
Freaking Charlotte.
They don't
Like
have a second
Charlatan.
page to say read more or anything.
No.
Let me
no.
scroll down there.
No,
and
he looked.
you go straight
I was
to
looking for
ads.
it. Yeah, I was looking for it. I didn't see it.
Those sons of bitches.
Just watch next.
Sons of bitches.
Sons of bitches.
Big ass
Greatly
20.
disappointed.
20.
I'm
Anywho,
let's
Tragic.
get the soups. Let's get the soups. Let's get the soups. I'm hungry. Speaking of soup.
That's an AI generated article.
It has to be because some of those conspiracies were gay.
Yeah. What the heck?
They were just dumb. We could think of better ones. We're gonna start out with Vets Talking for $49.99. What's up, brother? I'm very excited that I'm working with the Y-Files on an episode about Dugway Proving Grounds, a very strange place I trained at, also known as Area 52, believed to be where the alien tech was moved from Area 51. Y'all are gonna love it.
That's
Where is
awesome.
that? Where the Dugway Proving Ground? I remember hearing about that. Dugway Proving
One of the Carolinas.
Ground. Is it?
Just felt right.
No. I thought they moved it. Yeah, to Utah. Because I had heard a long time ago that they had moved Area 51 to either Wyoming or Utah.
Salt Lake City.
There you go.
Some Mormon thing.
Damn Mormons, those shad.
Interesting. Their golden books.
Their golden books. Yeah. So thank you. And that's awesome that you're hearing that
that's
you're working
cool.
with the Y-Files. We fucking love the Y-Files. Hail the Y-Files.
Facts.
Zorbu is gifted 15 Nerdrotic Live memberships for $75. Thank you, Zorbu.
Wow.
Logan Miller is gifted 10 Nerdrotic Live memberships for $50.
Wow. Thank
Let's
you.
hear
all.
yours. Hit yours out, Adam. There you go.
A little different. A little different.
The right one?
Annoying everybody. Sorry.
You just beep.
That was me. I pressed the wrong one.
Oh no, not the smoke.
That was Garrett's.
I didn't hear anything.
Not the stealing birds.
What was that? Stealing birds.
Dude, the ceiling bird memes are so wrong.
It's a real thing.
It's
a real
so
thing.
wrong and so funny. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing, dude. I had no idea
It's real.
that was a thing.
Stealing bird?
Smoke alarms going off and people not changing the battery.
Yeah.
Just living
Oh,
with it. Like it's
that is-
not bothering them.
Yep.
I could not do that. It's so annoying.
Can't hear it.
That's the
They live in
hype
so much
person
strife.
in you.
Oh,
They live
My
in so
young-
much strife that they don't have time to hear small stuff like beeps because they're being held down by the government and all the white supremacists.
oh, I thought you meant they had old ears.
No, that's what he meant. Yeah.
Okay.
Go with that.
Ramba Rao for $20 says, mentioning Tic Tac earlier, Mom was air traffic controller for the U.S. Navy in the late 1960s and 70s. They tested new fighters in those Navy exclusion zones. Tic Tac messed with their flights. She called it a Pez because Tic Tacs weren't a thing. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That is the
A Pez. Okay.
a Pez.
All right. I haven't had a Pez in a long time.
I haven't
Wow.
either.
They're gross.
Do they
I actually
still
have
exist?
Yeah,
a
they do.
Lord of the
Are they
Rings
gross?
Pez dispenser collection.
Yeah, they're
There
gross.
you
They're
go.
chalky and stuff.
I have
Those are
all the Lord
damn-
of the Ring characters in Pez
Yes.
form.
I got
That'd be
the
kinda
Next
cool.
Generation for my dad, the set with the whole crew. Pretty good one.
Siaba has gifted 5 Nerdrotic Live memberships for $25. Thank you very much. Zorbu, 2 parts for $20 says, okay, where do I start? Oh, wait, I remember. Where the hell have y'all been? We've been circling in low freaking Earth orbit, looking for you knuckleheads for like a month. Maybe next time, maybe a text next time. Okay. Well, I mean, Garrett's been home.
We don't talk.
Probe him, whatever you want. Anyway, glad you're back
You don't-
now. Guess
don't
this
talk
means
anymore.
we can stop implanting gay thoughts in that Ryan guy and get back to probing quarter Earthling in the pursuit of science.
We're good. We're good. I think you found everything you need to find. Okay.
Really?
I got the badge for it. That means you're done. Okay.
Really?
Thank you, Peg Leg Forge.
You would like to believe that, wouldn't you? Okay. Exthelion the second for $20 says, "Hail Gary. Certain didn't actually break reality. The fact that Ryan Kinnell's imagination is in ultra 4K HD, he had a nightmare that created a gravitational pull that drug out reality into it."
Ah.
That's a forehead joke for Ryan. That's horrible. He's got one more. The Matrix is Ryan Kinnell's ultra 4K HD imagination.
We're redundant with the joke. I've been a little more creative.
Oh, wow. Harsh. There you go. Giving notes to the chat. Attaboy. Eric K for $2. Adam is the fairest of them all. Simp.
Thank you, Eric.
Ivy.
He is a model.
Well, thank you, Eric.
Well,
Sweet boy. Ivy 1011 for $9.99. Hey, Gary, were you able to catch the Doctor Who fan-made show from Doctor Who 2012 channel? No, I have not. They have a trilogy that is pretty good. Love your show. Makes my transition to the weekday a lot easier. Oh, that's good. We want to help you with your transitions here. We do. To the week to Monday. You know, I don't mind Mondays as much as I used to. Do you guys?
No.
The days of the week kind of blend together realistically.
Ooh.
I get to hang out with my homies on Monday. It's pretty chill.
Pretty cool. Eric John Pizza Art, a $5 rant, says reposted using the new feature on Rumble. Only good thing about taking a week off from streaming is getting to catch you guys live. Hail, best show. Cheers. Enjoy that week off. Yeah, I kind of inadvertently took one off. I recorded a video that nobody's ever going to hear.
Just going into the vault.
I just deleted it today. Yeah. Well, I mean, the time has passed, and you pretty much the daily. It was about Snape, so the daily pretty much took care of it. Had audio issues, and then it's like, oh well, time has passed. Oh well. Make Shaw as a traveler says, close poll, no late and gay option. You hear that, X-ray girl? Needs to be a late.
I closed it at 32, so I was late. Are you judging that I'm late? It's just on brand.
This show? Come on. Swaniak for $2.79 says, love you guys. Gary, any update on the book? It should be out in February. I think we got our final art pages in this week. So it's going through the editing process, and then I have to do the final sweep on it, I guess. And then we have to talk about audiobook, which I have not recorded, which is going to come out after the book comes out. So I'm thinking like, I don't know, few months, guys. What do you think? It'll take me that long to record it. I mean, have you heard me read? Tolkien Brown for $9.99. Hey, fellas, please cover the New Jersey drone story. It's getting crazy. Car-sized drones? Something smells fishy here. I think it's either a rich guy or a government
China
spying. Or you think it's China?
They've upgraded from the hot air balloon.
Yeah.
That's a huge upgrade.
I mean, it could be. Actually.
Have you seen some of those RC planes? Like, not just the little ones, like the big ass ones. Maybe.
Yeah, they're big.
They're fucking
only
huge.
Question, Jersey?
Yeah, that's a little weird. Why would you? Nobody wants to go there.
Jersey? You gotta go, like,
people from New Jersey don't even want to be there.
Do they want to track their fentanyl? I mean, like, Tolkien Brown, thank you very much. Eric K for $2. Everyone seems to have different volume levels. Is that worked out? Did that change?
I think I upped Gary's, and I haven't heard complaints, and I quickly checked, and it seemed fine.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Mod Eric says Garrett wanted to tell me about a Klingon circulating Uranus. Gary, I declined the story. There you go.
Eric's weird, man.
Eric's a weird dude.
Weird dude.
The Men in Black on the Streamlabs are donating. Thank you, Men in Black.
Hey,
nothing to see here. Our lips are sealed. Got not gonna confirm or deny anything. Nothing to say. Nothing. Nada. Except, did you all catch that Georgia Tech game? That game was out of this world, man. No.
I think you have something to say.
I think he has something to say. I don't like college football. Not into college football. It's all right. I know a lot of people like it. Beaver Gladiator for $5 says, Gary, are you telling me with your own thoughts that the best of your knowledge from what you are told that Corbell is in fact a moron? A lot of people think he is. Yes. I don't.
I think he's quite smart. Clearly.
Yeah.
Because what he's doing is working.
Yeah. I think he's very successful at what he does. And I think you got to have a certain amount of hustle to get where he is, and he knew how to do it. So, does he rub people the wrong way? I'm guessing so. He doesn't rub me the wrong way though, not at all. Offer Nave for $5. Gary, what haven't you gone back to? Why haven't you gone back to the moon? Me, I'm glad we, aka the government, haven't gone back. Stop spending my money, damn it.
I want him to spend my money on cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want him to stop funding foreign wars and dumb shit like that.
I want my moon base. Okay?
Go to the moon again.
Yeah.
Do cool things.
They're talking about stopping all foreign aid. I don't know if you saw
Good.
that.
Yes, they need
Good.
to.
It's like, oh wow, let countries
Dude,
The whole
work
like
on their own.
Damascus thing is trying to pull us into some new bullshit. No.
you
No
know
more.
how a lot has changed when Trump came out and said straight up, we need to stop funding Mexico and Canada or we're going to make them states. People would have, the media would have run, Trump thinks he can make Mexico and Canada states.
Yeah.
Right.
But that didn't happen this time because, well,
X.
you get the whole context of it because of X. You're absolutely right, Adam. But the whole context of it was no, we just need to stop giving foreign aid. We need a level playing field. That was the whole part of the conversation. But what they would have done in the very recent past is ran with, he wants to make Mexico and Canada states, 10 ways why he can't do that. It's like, fuck off,
Right.
lying pieces of shit.
They go off in
When
a
in
weird
reality,
direction.
it's
Yeah.
Trudeau going, please don't cut me off. Please.
Yeah.
Please, Trump.
I don't know
Please,
how to
Daddy
run a
Trump.
So that's
He
how
literally
things
flew
change.
down to Mar-a-Lago and essentially, in political terms, begged Trump not to do it. And Trump was
Bent
like,
the knee, man.
look, you want this money. I mean, if you can't survive without us, you might as well just become America.
Yep.
I know a lot of Canadians that are like, please let me have some of that Constitution, baby.
Should do that.
Yep.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And Mexico is worried because I don't know anything about your president down there. I'm guessing she's probably socialist. And she's
Still
probably
alive?
already-
Then
and
yes.
she's
Like
still alive. which means-
38 people were assassinated that were in front of her to become elected.
yeah. So
Yeah, she
I'm
was
guessing
chosen.
she was chosen by the cartels. And and the cartels, if they want to
100%.
survive, they're going to have to change the way they do business.
Oh, yeah. They just suddenly started finding fentanyl all over the place. Like,
Crazy.
oh, wow. Look at this. 1,000 tons. Ridiculous. I don't know. It's a crazy amount. I don't know exactly how
It was a
many,
big
but
amount when so
a lot,
little
very
can kill
large.
you. And like, that's what thank God I'm sober, dude. Doing drugs now, crapshoot.
Scary.
Mm.
Yeah,
Fentanyl can be in anything.
true.
I'm trash, bruh, for $1.99. Do y'all have an opinion on December 3rd? Oh, on the evasion. The evasion. I don't know if this is an opinion or a fact. The invasion did not happen. Yeah.
Unless they invaded and then wiped everybody's memories,
Didn't
put
even
us
know.
into a bubble of the Matrix. They made our own Matrix for us. See, you gotta think outside the Matrix, bro.
There it is.
There it is, man.
Put that on the list. You have 10 more you should be putting on there. Popular mechanics.
Bigfoot, who is obviously going to have a problem with him being called
Yes.
a conspiracy theory on the
Mhm,
Streamlabs side, is donated $10. So the science is settled. Bigfoot just sent us a donation. Bigfoot is real. Okay. So I'm not going to hear any of your poppycock.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hem, I'm number 10 on the conspiracy list. Let that sink in, kids. Zorbu there. Nope. Chupacabra. Nope. Loch Ness. Nope. A woman who claims to date Ryan Kinnell. Also nope. But I'm here. So anyway, have your people call my people. I'm sort of a big deal. See? Fucking
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Logan Miller for $10 because chat is awesome. Chat is awesome. Sorry we had to put
He's-
you through stuff like this.
Right.
Really sorry. Sorry. So sorry. So sorry. Bruce Lee Roy Jenkins for $2.
What was that?
Beep.
It was me again.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Gary, I forgot. What continent is the Nile in? Africa?
Bro, in my latest video that's coming out pretty soon this month, hopefully, dude I talked to said that Egypt is in Texas. So
What?
Wait. He really
said
thought
that Texas. I said that Egypt is in Texas and Babylon is in Louisiana. So just watch the
Okay.
video. Just that's all I'm gonna let you know.
What does he know?
It's hot in Texas, and
He knows some stuff he
know.
can't disclose.
New Orleans is kind of a crazy town, so he might not be wrong.
Okay, I'm just saying, just keep
Maybe
an open
there's a
mind and watch the
portal.
video.
I mean, like flipping your tits out for beads is kind of a Babylonian thing, you know?
That's what his.
He's on to
I'm not-
something.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know.
He explains it. He explains it.
Too harsh on Babylon. We
Any
weren't
towers
we
there?
don't know. I'm Trash Bruh for $4.99. Dear aliens, please take either me or my wife, but not both at the same time. Thanks. That's Rodney Dangerfield. Okay, you've just been outed. Meatwad for $10 says, why do some people keep falling for the CDC? The government hasn't been exposed for lying, yet NPCs keep taking, or have been exposed for lying, yet NPCs keep taking their guidance. You'd think they know better, but 70 million people voted for Miss Word Salad. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like there's
I
a lot
don't
of
think that's true. I think probably about half voted against Trump. Maybe more. Probably more.
Yeah.
Didn't matter who Miss Word Salad was.
Because
Wasn't Trump.
the propaganda got so hysterical that there are people who are broken forever. We've talked about this just
Forever.
from COVID, but even from Trump, they're broken forever.
Forever.
Like existential crisis that they're never going to recover from because they thought literal Hitler was going to get in charge. Did you see all those people shaking literally Hitler's hand yesterday or day before yesterday? Not sure.
Smiling
at Notre Dame. Yeah, and smiling and wanting to get selfies.
Notre Dame.
You know what? It's okay. Like I'm wrong every day. There's multiple times I am dead wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. But there's so people who are so hysterical that it's part of their identity they really think they had some weird hero complex that I am defeating fascism and Nazis. I am a hero in my own story. And
true.
yeah, there's so many like that, so many broken people.
Sad.
Like kill your television. Remember that? Hey, I'm on the internet, but kill your television. That used to be a thing from my generation. That's why. And that's why the kill your television generation, so many of them turned into bootlicking fucking assholes. And I'm talking about
the machine.
Raging for the Machine, Green Day.
Yep.
Just to name a precious few. Most of those rebel rockers are corporate cocksuckers who would sell out their mother.
Yes.
Just a fact. This is true. Ryan K for $5. My family and friends were probably abducted off our sailboat by an unidentified underwater object when I was 5 or 6. Memory of it after seeing this is gone. A lot of that's with the abduction thing, which for the longest time I did not believe, like at all. But there's been a lot of work on it, and I think if aliens are here and we have a deal, and they're underwater, why wouldn't they experiment on a few things and we'll trade just some technology? And they'll probably technology to them is probably like it's a can opener,
Yeah.
we gave them a can opener, their version of a can opener, right? And then we can test your women. Test your women.
And also cattle genitals. We need a lot of cattle genitals. For some reason, they really love those.
Yeah.
Well,
cattle
I mean,
genitals.
what's up with that?
Fire in the sky, man.
Zorbu.
Fire in the sky.
Weird.
That's
I gotta watch that. I haven't seen
Travis
it.
Walton is a compelling case, and he's a legit dude, like good dude. Helen Keller. Oh shit! Now I'm in trouble.
You want me to do it?
$10. Do you want to try to read this?
Mashori is not bullshit.
Give her the Oscar.
Crigler Keller.
That's why she was in so many movies and shows last year.
Oh, so
Great
good.
job in Shogun, by the way.
Thank you.
And Rings of Power.
Oh yeah.
Gary is a horrible reader. Butchered my bad English last name. Switzerland, play it. Well, I was saying IT.
Play IT.
I don't know what the fuck.
Well, to be fair, he capitalized the T, so it is kind of confusing.
Yeah, he capitalized the T, so I'm like, is it IT? Now, if you said Switzerland play tit, I would have gotten it right. Okay. Do better. Do better.
Yeah. Whose fault is it really?
Yeah, it's your fault. That's talking for $4.99. The biggest story from January 6 is the DNC pipe bomb. Why was Harris there instead of the Capitol for her certification? Good question. Because it was a setup. I said it that very day. That very day, we were live with Jeremy. It was the day after, and it's like, and there was a lot of scuttlebutt going around, and the sides were divided, and they had every right to protest. But when they opened the door for you, you do not walk through. It was a complete fucking trap that people fell into. Right?
Setup.
It was absolute setup, and I mean. Remember the tiki torches of North Carolina? Remember how much they ran with that? And it was just a bunch of idiots with tiki torches, but that was their point. That was their main point of evidence that there is some kind of like Fourth Reich rising in the United States was tiki torches in North Carolina. Well, they just got a bigger gift for Jan 6 that was run like there's finally stopped. They started to stop running with it, right? Because Biden was so corrupt and so much corruption has been exposed, and Elon, that now imagine like talking about openly talking about pardoning January 6ers. The media would have been running. That would have been the headline for a month.
Oh yeah.
And Donald Trump just came out and said, we're going to pardon them.
Yep.
So that's how things have changed. You're not seeing the media pounce on this anymore. And these poor people have been in there for years. I got
with no representation.
The QAnon shaman did as much time as I did.
Fucking ridiculous.
For one of my prison stints. But did as much time as I did for nothing. For fucking nothing. I mean, we can't undersell that. Our government did that. They imprisoned Americans for political reasons. They trumped up 100%. Charges. This should be absolutely frightening. This fucking government, this regime that's still in, is the worst regime I've seen in my lifetime, by far as eroding our freedoms, eroding our freedom of speech, trying to take down fucking YouTubers, trying to take down Joe Rogan. They were behind all of this shit, and they all need to be in fucking jail. None of them will be, but they all need to be in fucking jail for what they've done, and it's going to take generations to recover from this fuck up from this last 4 years. I'm glad we survived it, and it opened a lot of people's eyes to things, but shit, a lot of damage was done. Stuff we don't even know about yet.
Yeah, we're on the road to recovery though.
We are.
It's in the air. It's amazing.
It took something fucking drastic, and that's what we're always worried about as Americans. It takes something drastic for us to fucking wake up and change instead of recognizing stuff early. And I know this is like common, right? You know, because there's the people who cry wolf all the time and saying things are always fucking up. But then there's that we have a real problem, and I'm going to include myself with this is complacency, right? Being spoon-fed our information, trusting a government, trusting vaccinations, all the shit. And I'm guilty of it too. But there's so many people who just don't want to rock the boat. And I learned this lesson at work. One day at work, I just noticed our paychecks, they were fucking with our paychecks, and I went to the manager. I'm like, yeah, they're not paying us overtime, dude. Like, what's going on? And they said, well, it was due to they changed the cutoff date and all that stuff. Well, no bullshit. I did the math right in front of them. Well, no, we're not getting paid. So I went to the guys. I'm like, guys, we're getting fucked over. And they're all, yeah, we are, but I don't want to say anything. I don't want to lose my job.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they fucked with their pay. They sold the fucking dealership. The owner sold the dealership, and then a class action lawsuit came in later on. Turns out that they fucked with our pay, and we all got $500. We got screwed out of thousands of dollars. And if somebody would have just had the ball, like, I'm trying to get people to like, let's do something.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, well, this is a fucking waste of time. So I quit. I just said, fuck this, and left. But that was just one example of like, people were just don't want to rock the boat. Sometimes you got to rock the fucking boat.
Many such cases.
Yep. These
Money owed is money owed.
Yep. D's Weebos for $4.99. Bud Light, the official sponsor of Forbidden Frontier and FNT. Hope for $2. If landing was fake, then Russia is on it. Was it in on it? Yeah, they would have had to have been. My favorite conspiracy theory is Tupac living in Cuba. Oh, D's Weebos. Yeah, I've heard that he's still alive, and Elvis still alive. And well, is it a conspiracy theory? Do you think Hitler? I mean, I know we don't have a ton of time, but do you think Hitler escaped?
I think there's a very good chance that yes, he did.
Just down to Argentina or something.
I think Russia wanted to say that they got him.
Yep.
Burned some lady because they went and found, they tested the skull. It's like a under 40-year-old woman.
Yeah, dude.
I never heard that.
I
didn't know that.
They
watch
took
Y-Files
They
video.
took pictures of Mussolini's body, of his. They executed Mussolini, and then they literally threw him in front of like a gas station where crowds of people defiled him, and they took pictures of it and strung it up.
So they could be like, here it is.
Russians really fucking hated Hitler. Like, really hated Hitler. Yeah. You don't think those motherfuckers would have taken a picture?
Yeah, they didn't. They had cameras back then. Nobody took a photo. Come on.
And the Russians would say, we're the ones who got him. That would
right.
be over
That's what
America
they did.
Or anything. Like, we're the ones who got him.
We did it.
So we're supposed to be, trust me, bro. I think that's
I don't trust him.
I think it's a possibility he escaped for sure.
Yeah. I think that makes total sense.
Yep. Well, look at how many German towns there are. I mean, they did a whole special on it. I think I can't remember his last name. Tom Kennedy, the Special Forces guy.
Ted Kennedy.
Not Ted Kennedy. Is his name Ted?
Yeah. Ted, right? Tom Kennedy. I can't remember his name. Yeah, the Kennedy guy.
You know what I mean? He did a special on hunting Hitler.
Todd?
Cauldron Walrus for $4.99.
Tim Kennedy.
No. Tim Kennedy. Wait,
is that it?
Timmy. Life is like a box of chocolates, a cheap, thoughtless, perfunctory gift that nobody ever asked for. Cigarette Smoking Man. I just watched that episode. It was so good. He's sitting next to a bum. So the Smoking Man, real quick. I know Adam's second idea, but like real quick. Smoking Man, responsible for everything, but he's got a book deal and he's about to get out of the government, right? So he sends it to the publisher and to go into a magazine, and they fucking changed his story. It's not a book deal, it was a story. So it makes it into a magazine. He makes it. They change his story. He gets pissed off and he's all, fuck this. And he goes back to the government. He was ready to give it all up. He was tired of executing aliens, and he executed Kennedy. He executed Martin Luther King, but he felt really bad about it.
It's like, oh man.
No, it's there's
I don't want
part where he's listening to a conversation and he's like, oh, why'd you have to do that? And it was Martin Luther King getting into like Maoist language, and he's all, I didn't want to do it, but he's starting to sound like Mao, so we gotta kill him.
Damn.
Wow.
Imagine them make it. Yeah, Boys from Brazil. Yeah, like absolutely. I think he could have gotten away. It was caused by Schrodinger's bat, says Stumpy for 2 British pounds of COVID. That's good. That's good. ORA or OGA, and definitely not CIA, is gay and or lame. Well, CIA is gay and needs to be dismantled. Is it me, or does Streamlabs not work on iPhone or on a Mac Safari? That's my question of the week. Streamlabs? Jose Taco, it's not you. It does not. Streamlabs does not work. OBS does, but not as well. Does that answer your question? Gentlemen, have you ever had that experience? That's why I changed to PC. I changed to PC because OBS works better on a PC. That's the reason I changed a long time ago.
I never used it on a Mac.
Yeah, it doesn't work as well. And I don't think Streamlabs works at all.
Macs are trash.
You know what? You should just get rid of a Mac because they're gay.
Yep.
John. But you're not. But Macs are. Texan Spy Historian for $1.99. Thank you for the Streamlab donation. Donald J. Trump, motherfucker, gave me $1. Is that it, Trump? No, I'm just kidding. I have just been informed by the great Ryan Kinnell about the race swap of Snape. Day one, I will sign an executive order forbid race and sex changes and adaptations to end the madness. I will form a nerd council to make media great again. I'm for that. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for the $1. I will donate it to the next election. The Tactician Musician for $2 just looked at myself. There are indeed 10 more of you.
Okay.
On the list of crazy conspiracies, because it goes to 20.
He said there's 10 more.
We
so
refresh. Looks like 20 to me.
Well, then we'll have to do the other.
We got to do it next time.
Kyle Barra for $5 Australian. I'm starting a non-binary computer
God, he's
company
right.
called Brick Computers, looking for the investors.
I refreshed and they showed up.
JT are in.
You guys saw it. They weren't there. They were not there.
We showed it live.
We showed it live. We'll continue it next time.
The next time.
5G is the next one.
So sorry, I got to read that again. I'm starting a non-binary computer company called Brick Computers, looking for investors. Hypnotic and JT Smash JT are in. Hey, good for them. Good for them. I don't invest in stuff. I invest in comic books and Nerdrotic and the team Nerdrotic. That's what I invest in. No, look into the pipe bomb at the DNC. That's the story. Oh, you mean the one that didn't go off? The one where they showed the guy, that's the guy who probably might be the same guy who shot the CEO, as far as I know. that pipe bomb that's talking. Did a pipe bomb go off? Did I not hear about it?
A recent story?
No, it didn't go off. He's talking January 6th, I think.
January 6th.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean the
Maybe.
footage of the guy like planting
Waving
them
to the cop. And then he waved to the cop. I was like, what's this?
Hope for $2. The gun was a BT Station 6 bolt activation pistol. He's a pro. Okay. I wouldn't know. I always thought silencers were kind of full of shit, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Suppressors, yeah.
Yeah, people play along. I have no family, get disabled pension, but I still just have just enough. Was sentenced for 10 days of prison and not masking in PT. Also, not paying taxes since 2 years. Let's see if I can visit Arizona in December or if they stop me. Switzerland play IT. Hey, based. Be careful not paying taxes.
Be careful though. But based.
That is forever your name, by the way.
IT. Yes, I did it again. Fuck. I didn't even mean to.
No, that's just now you got to just go with it.
I gotta go with it.
Fine.
I was calling Sophie SoFi forever.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because it's like
maybe-
lo-fi, the way she
like
spells
lo-fi.
it. Yeah.
Sophie's adorable. I love Sophie.
That was great.
And is it Noons? I was calling a dude, and it's not.
Yeah, Noons is a girl.
News is a girl.
Sorry,
Yeah.
lady.
Hey.
Maybe the Mayans just felt that they'd planned far enough ahead. I don't see anyone making calendars for 2200 or 2200 or whatever. There's actually calendars that go farther. There are. And the last one is Brian McCann has gifted 5 Nerdrotic Live memberships, $25. Thank you.
Oh, Brian.
All right. Let's get out of here. So Adam could go night-night and then get woken up immediately by his son.
Oh, God.
Right
Which
when
I
he
hope-
hits his head on the pillow.
I can't wait for that to happen.
Adam,
Adam,
his diaper changed. Oh,
thanks for being here, bud.
yo, I love the show. It's good. It's good to have it back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be here with you guys. I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the start of my week. Is this show, and then then I got my daily show. I did start a gaming channel. It's Commodore on YouTube. I've been trying to post stuff up there. I've been playing Path of Exile 2. Very good. It's very good.
What
For anyone who
class?
liked Diablo, this does feel like the true successor of Diablo 2, where Diablo 3 failed. Diablo 4 attempted, but they had the base of Diablo 3 instead of going from Diablo 2. and Path of
Oh.
Exile 2 is just
It's dope.
really good.
I like it so far.
It's so good.
really
I can't wait. I'm going to be trying some games in a week and a half. I can't
Play
wait.
this.
You might like this game.
I-
Path of
if
Exile
it's like
2.
Diablo 2,
player.
It's
Come
good.
on.
Man.
I got to
it
play
is
the Indiana
good.
Jones game first, but
I can see that. Yeah.
has
you
anybody
need to
played
do
that? Has anybody? Anybody?
As
I
played it. I watched
Right?
I watched a
that.
little bit. I watched a
What
little
did
bit.
Az
It
think
looks
of it?
Said it was good, but it was a little not exciting.
Not
exciting.
exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe he was just doing a lot of puzzles and he didn't, wasn't getting to the
There
adventure
you go.
part.
Okay.
right.
Awesome.
Right.
Well, thanks for being here for the whole show, Adam. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
X-Ray
sure,
Girl,
yeah.
what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow is a nooner. I don't know if I'll be on there or not, but I might be around. And then shelf building stream on Saturday. I finally brought the shelf downstairs. It was very heavy.
Good.
That's good.
All right.
So, Rivendell got completely put together by Steph. Did you hear what happened?
Oh.
What do you mean?
Our table collapsed,
Under the weight of it?
Oh no.
but it was so well put together. It's only like 6 pieces fell off. I don't know where the fuck they
Oh
go.
my God.
So I got to have Steph
Wow.
come back. But yeah, our
Huh.
table collapsed. It was on, and I was like, oh,
Oh,
but it actually stayed
no.
together really
Wow.
well. Props
Go
to
Lego.
Lego.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
All
legs
right.
weren't locked, and Melissa went to go move it to get something, and it just went boom, and the thing just slid down. I'm like, no!
What's great
Like
about
a
this set
movie.
is like it's in sections, so it does kind of break apart in
Yeah.
sections. It's like a breakaway position. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
dang.
it's like 99% good. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
good.
Impressive.
Quick story.
Alrighty.
Garrett, what do you got coming up?
Hey, like I said, if you would like to listen to the man explain his point on why Egypt is in Texas
I gotta
and
hear it.
Babylon is in Louisiana, please
Yeah.
watch the video that's going to release on this on Nega Garrett this week. I got another video right after that, so 2 this month. Hey, doubling the
That
output.
mean, is Atlantis in Plano?
Maybe. There's a lot of Indians there. So go subscribe. And the people that did already, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And then Normal World, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We like to have fun over there. That's it.
All right. Oh, Mahler's playing it live now. Go check out Mahler. He's playing Indiana Jones. right now.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Thanks everyone. We'll be back next week with I got to figure out how to do this because they're
Yes.
coming over to my house.
Yeah.
Snake Bros.
Like bros.
Mhm.
In studio, Snake
In
Bros.
studio.
Yeah.
This
Cool.
place is not set up for guests,
Not.
so I might have to do it in another room. But yeah,
I just cram them in there.
I mean we could.
Interesting,
I'd have to move
yeah.
a couple of things, but I
Yeah.
don't know how comfortable they would be. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we're gonna have the Snake Bros
Just get a
live,
casting
live
couch.
in studio. So, well, yeah. I mean, I could just break out Garrett's casting couch.
That one, yeah, just put it right there.
Right.
That's
Right behind you.
The Zorbu couch?
the Zorbu couch.
Wow.
So they'll be back next week. Friday Night Tights. Who do we have for Friday Night Tights?
RMB.
RM. Oh, good week to have RMB.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I will be making content again once, actually we're making a lot of the whole
Got
plan.
plans.
The plan is to have a bunch done this week so we don't have to do a bunch over Christmas. That's the plan.
That's
We'll
nice.
see if that happens.
I guess I won't see Garrett this week.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, tomorrow maybe, but
Yeah, man.
Oh,
yeah, because War of the Rohirrim is going to be my next video. The review of War of the Rohirrim.
is that out yet or no?
No,
This week.
No.
This week.
just give you a hint. Helm Hammerhand apologizes to Hera and says he should have listened to her.
Of course. Of course.
Ooh.
That's what a king should do. Right? Or is he the king? That's
He was.
it was
Until he
Until he
until
died.
he gave his
R.I.P.
crown to.
Yeah,
There's a couple super chats. Do you want me to read
read
it?
them real quick.
So Brian McCann for 2 says hunting Hitler on TV series Tim Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Tim
uh-huh.
Kennedy.
I was
Yeah,
close with a T. I know that.
Yeah. Andrew Matthews with 5 British pounds says my conspiracy is X-ray is banned from the as she wants to eat JoJo. It's not. I don't understand. Andrew, you're from England, where English is the main language. We're originally from.
is banned. that as she wants to eat JoJo.
JoJo.
I'm banned from somewhere. The U.S. You mean maybe? Banned from the States. I
Who
don't
wants
know.
to eat JoJo? Who's JoJo?
My dog.
Oh,
Oh.
your
My
dog.
little
You,
poodle.
oh, okay. So you're banned for
Sakes.
eating
All right,
JoJo.
It all makes
okay.
sense now.
Now
Okay.
it makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks for putting in that important part,
Wow.
X-Ray girl.
Sorry.
JoJo's your dog. My
It's-
apologies to Andrew. Good one. Good one.
Anywho. Thanks,
Anywho,
Andrew.
yeah. So working on a lot of videos. Couple of top fives. What I'm going to do right now is watch Landman in Yellowstone.
Ooh.
Nice.
Great shows. Have you seen Tulsa King, Adam?
No, I haven't. But
Dude,
you've
you gotta see
talked
it.
about it very positively, so I would like to see it.
Absolutely got to see it. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. We absolutely love the show. We love that you guys participate and are so enthusiastic about it. I get a ton of compliments at meetups. So we're going to keep it going. We'll see you next Sunday. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome, travelers, to the fringes of reality, where the strange and mysterious meet, and the thin veil between fact and fiction is torn. Welcome to the Forbidden Frontier.